Happy Shut Your Ass Up Saturday. You already know the assignment. Pretty simple. Keep the petty on high heat. And if somebody starts talking that silly shit, it's shut your ass up. Petty-luya.
What I'm on here for about is Queen Sheba.
Play that louder now. We don't get to hear that often. Say it louder. I think you are very open-minded about a lot. I think you haven't had an opportunity to experience a conservative relationship. Hold on. And if and when you do, come back and talk to me. Yeah.
What you don't realize is that you don't listen, ma'am.
I don't have to. You're not my daddy.
All right, the fellas. It's time for I Said What I Said Saturdays, right here on Queen Sheba. All right, the fellas. Let's go. Damn!
All right. Welcome everybody to Saturday morning, y'all. We are in the building. I said what I said. I think this is going to be a good one. And the reason why I said that, we got a lot of people here. You're new to this channel. YouTube recommended us. So let me just give you a little bit of rundown about what goes on Saturdays, y'all. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And this is your opportunity as a viewer to completely carry the show. Let me lay it all out there for you. But first of all, let me get into my greetings. Let me mind my manners a little bit. Welcome everybody. Happy Saturday. I'm Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics that's specific to reality television. But most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. And with that being said, I'm dropping the link early. Welcome to Saturday. I said what I said. And I'm going to tell you, for those of you that are new, this is how Saturday I said what I said. Welcome. It is your time. It is your turn to call in to the show, and you can vent about anything you want to, positive, negative, a misconnection, a shout out. You can ask somebody on a date. Hell, you can talk about your dog, your cat, your baby, your neighbor, your boss, the Diddy trial. You can say what the hell you want to say. And we do not judge on Saturdays. There is no wrong on Saturdays. There's two rules. The first rule is you don't take it personal. For all you know, you can be sitting in your living room, having a mimosa at brunch, getting your nails done, getting your haircut done, and somebody bring up your damn name. It can happen. Guess what? It's not personal because they waited to Saturday morning. I said what I said. That's the first rule. It's never personal, even if it's about you. And the second rule is when you are done, as long as you finish with I said what I said, oh, yes, no problem. They have to leave it on a panel. That's the rule. They have to leave it on a panel. They can't get mad about it. They can't talk about it. And that's what we do on Saturday mornings. So don't wait for me. Don't wait for permission. If you have something you want to get off of your chest, you can do that. It doesn't have to be related to anything that I may talk about today. Now's your time to shine and to go for the MVP today. So that's it. That's all. But let's just say later on, you cooking, right? You cooking, you doing your thing, you standing on business, and the audience may not be feeling you. That happens sometimes on Saturday morning. I said what I said. Well, guess what? They can take you off the block. They can take you off the block if we get into a heated debate, right? It happens a lot. If you get into a heated debate or a long, thorough discussion, once we shift into hot topics, if they put a $9.99 super chat or higher to take you off the block, you got to come down for 5 minutes. What does that mean? How will I even know if they took me off the block? First of all, it's a lot of fun. Don't be scared of it. But in the middle of talking, if you see this white man come up, Yeah, they took you off the block, unfortunately. They said what they said by way of super chat. It's never personal. And you get an opportunity to stand on business by matching that super chat of $9.99 or higher. That's it. That's all. Don't be scared because y'all be talking shit in these back chats. Y'all be talking shit in my comments. Y'all be talking shit in DMs. Click the link. And let me see if you're standing on your business today. Now's the time to ask the questions, talk the shit, pop your shit, and say what you say. And guess what? Can't nobody do nothing about it because you said, I said what I said, period, point blank. Now's your time to go at the defense team, to go at Puffy, to go at Cassie, and say what you say without anybody judging you. I just dropped the link, okay? And I'll get the party started first. First of all, I need to stand on business for some of y'all that came in my chat. Yeah. Yesterday on that P. Diddy video where he had that Thanksgiving video and he leaked it to TMZ and he sent an idle threat to ASAP Rocky, French Montana, Chris Brown, Wiz Khalifa. Who else was in there? Usher. It was one more, an idle threat. Okay. And then in the middle of me trying to give good commentary, see, some of y'all are new. All I said was I have an audio that came across my desk and I'm not going to drop it yet until I can figure out how to connect the dots. Y'all, they told me up in the comments. They told me up in the comments talking about that's you way behind, lady. Lady, you need to bring it. First of all, I don't give a damn. I said I'm not dropping it until I don't give a damn when it came out. It could have been released in 1962. What I said was I'm not going to drop it over here until I understand what is directly connected to. I didn't say I just found the shit. So don't come for me in my comments. They ate my ass up. They told me up. Y'all go read them comments. When I tell you they told me up, baby, they turned me every which way but loose. But I don't give a damn. And I want y'all to know that I said what the hell I said. That's it. That's how y'all. When this yesterday's video. It has over 80. How many thousand views? Baby, I don't know them people. I was like, who the hell? Baby, let me tell you something. I was scared to come out today. I said, nah, Queen Shiba, you can't let them do you like that. They new to the palace. Give them a chance to be onboarded properly. That video got over 80,000 clicks. I ain't never had my ass handed to me like that on no video. I damn near pulled the video. Y'all. Ooh, they put my ass in my place. I don't know who them YouTube people are. I damn near pulled the video. Y'all think I'm lying. Man, I listen, I got my ass whooped from east to west, north to south. And my husband said, well, damn, you can't win every battle. I said, damn, who are these heathens? Who are these heathens? Listen, we're not talking about no damn Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I said what I said. Don't be coming in here with all that. We ain't talking about no damn Maurice and Kimmy. It's other content creators that can do that. We're not doing that today. I don't give a damn about them. Stay on topic, y'all. Let's go. But anywho, Daryl Long says the palace was on my ass yesterday. Oh yeah, you had to concede. You were scared to click that link. You were scared to click that link. You can come up here today. Go on and click it and stand on business. Somali Queen said, we don't care about no love. Listen, they talking about who is Kimmy. Girl, don't nobody care, Yvette. Don't nobody care. Listen, y'all ain't got shit to say today. Of all the things you could say, and I know y'all be talking shit. I know y'all be talking crap. Ain't nobody got nothing to say. I knew y'all wasn't about that life. And listen, once we get started into hot topics, don't come interrupting the show because you built up the courage. Now is your time. Now is your time to shine. If you got something to say, you get to come right now. Y'all, it don't have to be a television show. It could be about anything. You know what I'm saying? Now, well, yes, Pink Peony, was it about the Pizzagate? Yes, it was. They don't listen to comprehend. They heard me say, an audio came across my desk and I recited what the audio was. And I said, I'm not going to drop it until I can connect the dots of what is directly related to. Child, they couldn't even pay attention to all the video because they was, and some of their asses I had to delete. But anywho, we're going to go ahead. What you say? The only biracial that has stuck is my. I don't know what y'all talking about in the chat. Y'all probably already arguing with each other. Y'all already arguing. All right. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. Your girl next door. What you standing on?
Hey, Queen, and everybody, the mods, chat, everybody. I know yesterday's topic about Haley. Look, I'm a single mother, and I know how some women move. Okay, no one can put it past me that Haley was not gatekeeping that baby, and I said what I said. That's it.
Oh, she said what she said. Hold on. She said what she said. She said, you came for y'all. Listen, I don't care what team y'all on. Haley Bailey was gatekeeping that baby from DDG. All right. Damn, she gone too. She said what she said and dropped the mic. She out of here. Let me drop it one more time. Listen, say whatever the hell you want to say on Saturday. Oh, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. Trey, what you standing on?
Good morning, Queen. It's nice to hear from you again. I'm glad you had a good vacation a few weeks ago, what have you. But I just wanted to say to all of the He-Man, woman-hating, bobble-headed pick-me's out there that want to come for Cassie, if you don't understand domestic violence or addiction, please just hush. Everybody that has a phone does not need a TikTok. Just because you have a camera in your vicinity does not mean that you need to record yourself making stupid comments about situations that you have no insight of. That lady was abused, and that young girl was taken, and what am I trying to say? The word, she was groomed. That young lady was groomed as a teenager to an adult for 2 decades. Please do not blame her for the things that she was manipulated to believe while she was dealing with Diddy. And I said what the fuck I said.
Ooh. Oh, that's Trey. He said what the hell he said. Let me go to my sister's keeper. Welcome. My sister's keeper. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday. TJ's baby, come on. Welcome to Saturday. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Good afternoon, Queen. I just want to put a call out for the lawyer who was on Ready to Love, who damn near bust her damn knees on the concrete when she was proposed to, and had a whole lot to say about honorary doctorate. I didn't hear you say anything about Boosie honorary doctorate. I didn't hear you say anything about Jennifer Williams honorary doctorate. I didn't even hear you say anything about Simone Biles honorary doctorate. So we waiting to hear from you, ho, while you're trying to give out free advice. That's all I have to, and I said what the fuck I said.
Let the games begin.
Damn, y'all. I knew it. I knew if I warmed y'all up. Oh, listen, I'm going to drop the link one more time. They coming in hot. Listen, for those of you, I told you, you could be in your living room. You could be with your feet in the water getting a pedicure. You could even be at the barbershop. You could be in the grocery store. If you hear your name, it's not personal. Because they said at the end, I said what I said. On Saturdays, the viewers, the callers, the subscribers get to say whatever the hell they want to say. They get to say whatever they want to say. And that's just the way it is. It's not personal. They held that shit all the way until Saturday. It is what it is. It ain't never personal. Period, point blank. Wow. Ooh. Oh, anybody else before we go on to the next topic? I got my person here. Y'all better speak now, forever hold your peace. Don't be interrupting the hot topics. It's your chance to click the link, get it off your chest, and we can roll on right through it. All right. All right. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. Oh, we got another one. Hold on. Let's get her ready. Okay. Hold on. When y'all come up, you gotta make sure all your background is muted. So go ahead and mute, and I'm gonna bring you up. You could be in the grocery. It's TJ's baby. Turn off. Somebody tell TJ's baby. Turn off your background. Baby, you can't be listening to yourself. Hold on, TJ. Let me put it on the link. She behind. TJ's baby. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Good morning, Queen and Palace. I ain't never scared of shit. I just was having a problem with my computer to come up here. But I appreciate you letting me come up here today, Queen, because I was supposed to double back last time, but I wasn't able to get back in. You didn't let me in. But anyway, I already said some shit about this bitch the other day. And now I'm finna expose her for real.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Who?
I'm tired of these motherfuckers running around here talking about they millimeters and they not. And they making us look bad. I come up on this motherfucker for the tea and I'm with all the smoke. So let me let you know now. Queen, I can say names.
It's Saturday morning. I said what I said. There's two rules. Never take it personal. And number two, as long as you end what I said, that's it. That's all. I just said you could be sitting in your living room. You could be getting a pedicure and somebody can call your name. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm tired of these people running around here making us look bad and pretending to be millimeters and they not. And I'm finna expose this one hoe right now. Her name is When Tay Talks. But first and foremost, I need y'all to stop disrespecting Lassie because y'all keep saying she look like Lassie. Nah, you know, maybe Bookman from Good Times with one of her fucked up wigs on. So let me let you know this. A few months ago, this bitch did a video where she insinuated, I ain't gonna say insinuate, she said that Mel was a side chick and a 304.
What?
You lie and say you didn't say that, bitch. We got the tape. Some of us OG millimeters, we got the video. And if y'all don't believe me, go look at the video. It's called Did Martell Trap Mel? This hoe got up on her platform and said she knew that Mel was sleeping with her bodyguard way before anybody knew because she said she saw the chemistry with them at the watermelon patch. Then her whole chat went crazy. Even Mama Van went up there and said, "Stop insulting my daughter. This man is married." And so she said, "Oh, I don't care if he's married or not. If Mel want to do that, let her do that." So this bitch did. She kept on going. So, because somebody in her chat said, "Stop while you ahead." And she was like, "No, that's what I believe." And then she went on to say, and she went 10 toes down, 2 heels in. And that bitch said, I could really tell before Martell said it because Martell knows her. Because Martell knows when Melanie is fucking. How the fuck you know that, hoe? How the fuck you know what Martell knows?
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, what's your qualm with her?
My qualm is this. That she said, you guys go watch the video. If you ain't got it, let me know. I'll get it to you. She said that Mel was sleeping with her bodyguard. And this, and she doubled down on that shit, and she was not giving up with it. That's what my qualm with that is. So what I'm saying her today, you are not a millimeter. Stop going around saying you're a millimeter because you fuck with the ops, and that's really another reason why you ain't a millimeter. Because the bullshit you're doing is not a recipe for being a millimeter. You got life and bullshit mixed up. Her and her little crew. You motherfuckers are incredible. I don't understand it. And I don't understand why ain't nobody calling these hoes out on this bullshit. Tay, do me a favor. I just dragged you, but I'm going to give you a solid. Go and look at one of your videos. It don't matter which one of them motherfuckers you pick. It don't matter. And look at how you look. How you on there with snoring and snotting, spit coming all out your mouth. And then you got the nerve to take some lip gloss and rub that spit on them big soup coolers of yours. And then you need to take a look at the picture. When you look down at your motherfucking phone and see how you look, yeah, that look right there. You look just like Bookman from Good Times with one of your raggedy ass wigs on. And I said what the fuck I said.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
What the dog doing? What the dog doing? What the dog doing?
That was TJ's baby. Y'all coming in hot. Let me drop the link. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, TJ's baby, for coming up. Oh, listen, I don't know what these people gonna say. They get every right. It's Saturday. If they held it until Saturday, that means they mean it. Listen, it ain't never personal. It's Saturday morning. I said what I said. I dropped the link. Anybody in the bushes, you get every opportunity to come and stand on business. Ooh, I don't know what y'all got going on in these YouTube streets, but these subscribers are hot today, honey. I just dropped the link. You know what? I can appreciate. Here's why I'm a TJ baby. I like a subscriber that can come out and say what they need to say out in the open, period, as opposed to the ones that work undercover. So listen, thank you for coming up Saturday morning. I said what I said. The block is hot. Simone Wealthy says, I'm clutching my invisible pearls. Lord have mercy. Pink Peony says, left no crumbs. Daryl Long says, don't forget to refresh, comment the video. Listen, the Gray Pill podcast says, oh my, listen, I'm clutching my damn pearls. I don't even wear pearls. Okay. Peace, love, and light said, this too much. Tina Bina says, oh my God, child. Listen, I'm speechless. All right, I'm going to give it a couple of seconds and we going to move on, child. Sandra says she lying. Oh, listen, it's a lot going on, ain't it? Sandra said you can listen to whoever Sandra, let me drop the link. Come on up here, Sandra. It's Saturday morning. I said what I said. It's never personal. It's never personal. Listen, y'all are always welcome to click that link. I'm going to give y'all a few seconds. I'm going to go ahead and prep my screen. We finna get into some stuff. We finna get into the hot topics of it all, baby. Y'all done blew my whole wig, and I don't even wear wigs. Y'all done blew my wig off my skull, okay? I'm shocked. Lala says, I beg your finest pardon. Listen, Sandra, you're going to have to step out. You working? Act like you're going to the bathroom. Yvette says, who's lying? I am ready to laugh. I don't know. They going at it in the chat, child. I can't catch up. They going at it in the chat. Oh, Lord. Okay. Hold on, Trey. Trey, you with me? Trey.
Yeah, I'm
Woo-wee.
here.
Are you
I'm
speechless like
flabbergasted.
me?
I
Y'all
don't know
better
what's
leave these.
going on.
Listen, content creators, I don't know what y'all got going on. Y'all better leave these subs alone.
Y'all better, because good God. This is crazy.
Woo. Oh, why y'all saying Tay? Y'all, they up in here saying Tay don't like Mel. Really? What I miss? What I miss? Okay. I guess y'all will come back. Listen, I dropped the link. Hold on. Jess B said, damn, I had to drive a little faster to get to my destination so I can get in the chat. All right, y'all. I'm not sure. They going at it in the chat. Y'all can catch the chat on the live replay. But what we're about to do, I guess nobody else wants to come up for now. I'm about to shift just for a second. I'm still trying to catch my damn breath. Listen, I'm about to share my screen. Y'all, I came across a clip that blew my mind about these stepdads. Ladies, y'all better quit putting these men around your daughters. Y'all better quit bringing these men. I don't give a damn. Y'all better quit bringing these men around these girls. Watch this. I can't even prep you for it. I'ma just play it. Give me 1 second. And then I want your reaction in real time. Blew my damn mind. And it also blew John Deloney's mind. He was speechless. Typically, John has very good feedback. He was so blown away by what the stepdad did that he really couldn't give a lot of advice. Here we go. Let me know when you can see my. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I found a picture of myself on my stepdad's phone, and he had put a picture that I had posted on Facebook through an app that made me and the friend that was in the picture as well look like we were completely naked. My world kind of shattered in that because I don't have a great relationship with my dad, and my stepdad has been in my life for, 10 plus years. And he's really been an answer to prayer for me in so many ways. So I'm just absolutely gutted and shattered. And I don't know. I don't know what a relationship with him would look like moving forward. I don't know if I want that. I don't know. I feel very heartbroken, very betrayed, very trapped, and very, very stuck. So I'd love any advice that you have.
Jeez. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Gosh. How'd you find this?
He was picking me up from the airport, and my flight got in very, very late. It was delayed, and so he picked me up from the airport, and I heard a notification go off on his phone, and I asked him, I'm like, why? Who's messaging you at like 1 a.m? What's going on? And so he told me he's got friends that he used to work with that are contracting over in the Middle East, and they send him motorcycle videos. Okay, no big deal. So we sat down for breakfast, dinner, whatever meal that was at 1 a.m. And I took his phone, and his password is my birthday. And so I looked at the message, and it was, in fact.
I'm going to let it play. Number one, why? So let me just tell you, this man that's been around her took a picture of her and her friend and used the software to make them naked. Number two, his phone password is her birthday. Let's continue. Obsession, much? Let's continue.
Just a motorcycle video, but he had another message that was kind of suspicious, and I asked him about it, and he was like, he just had some excuse for, oh yeah, that's a girl that I knew from high school or whatever. And then I don't know why I did this, but I looked at his text messages, and one of the first messages that he had was a picture that he had sent himself. And so I opened that, and that's where I found the picture. I did have a chance to talk to him about it the next day, because right then I was absolutely shocked. I didn't.
He saw you open the picture?
No, he saw me open the messages, but he didn't see me open the text message thread, the picture. I just exited out of everything, put the phone down, slid it back over to him, and we ate breakfast in almost silence.
So how'd your conversation with him go?
So
did
the
it
next
start
day
with, hey, stepdad, what the, how did it start?
So I sat down with him and I said, hey, I found something inappropriate on your phone that's concerning. And he was like, yeah, what did you see? And so I told him, well, I saw the picture that you sent to yourself. And he said, yeah, well, yeah, you know, it's an app, and I don't know, just playing around, I don't know, and just, you know, kind of wishy-washy, waffling back and forth of, you know, there's not an excuse for that. And so I asked him, I said, do you see me as a stepdaughter? You know, that's not something that a father figure would do. And he said, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That's not something that a father figure would do. I do see you as a stepdad, but he couldn't look at me. And so I don't believe him. Like, this does shatter my image of who he is in my life. But I just told him, like, hey, just delete the picture, delete the app. Like, I'm not going to make a massive deal about this. I'm not going to tell my mom. Like, at that moment, I just really did want to forget about it. But, like, I can't forget about it.
Yeah.
He's speechless. He's never speechless. John
There's
is
so many layers to this. Do you mind if I think about them out loud?
Yeah,
sure. Is that okay? So I'm going to go real big picture and then get pretty granular with your situation. So big picture, we're in a new era. Normally, to get a picture of a stepdaughter, and unfortunately, I've seen this and been periphery to this and had some of these hard conversations, you'd have to physically sneak a photo of somebody. Open up their blinds, somehow get your phone in the bathroom while they're showering. Like, you'd have to do a thing like that. That is a crime. Now, with these AI apps, you can take a benign picture and, without committing a crime, have this this as real as a real photo right there, right?
Yep.
It's a disturbing new world we've entered into. That's big picture. Second picture is maybe not in the legal sense, but I want you to feel, I want to connect that feeling you have in your guts and that feeling you have in your chest with that confusion in your mind, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It may not be a legal case, but this, I consider this assault. I consider this a sex crime. Okay? At the very least, it's so disgusting that every bit of unmooring you feel, especially for somebody that came in as a rescuer. Because here's what I just for the people listening, here's what I know to be true. And feel free to tell me, actually, you missed this one. Now you are wondering what other pictures he has of you. For how long has he been looking at photos of you and your friends? Did he take pictures of you before these apps were out? Does he fantasize about? I mean, it unmoors everything, right?
Yep.
And you and I both know this doesn't happen a single time that someone happens to see a photo. You know that. I know that. And then I want to know, what friends in the Middle East is he texting? And what is he sending? And honestly, that stuff does matter, but not right now. Right now, you're just devastated. And so I have all sorts of opinions on what you should do next. And I also know it doesn't matter. My question to you is, what do you want to do next? Not what you think you should do. What is your gut telling you is the next right move?
I'm so conflicted because I don't want to disqualify all the good that he's done in my life. But also, like, when I look back at our entire relationship, I was holding back. Like, I think I knew something was off for a while. I didn't want to hug him. I didn't want to tell him I love you. Again, he's been a really good influence, but now I just feel dirty. Yeah, all those things are right. This feels like the tip of the iceberg, you know?
Yeah. Hold on. You're holding back. Don't do that. Well, I don't want to tell you what to do and what to feel right now, but if you'll honor yourself, don't hold those tears back. I've sat with enough people in the situation. There's a sense that if you start crying, you're never going to be able to stop. Is that fair?
Yeah, I just feel like if I actually show emotion, it'll be completely the end of a relationship with him at all.
Okay, but listen, I want you to know he destroyed this relationship, not you.
I found a picture of myself on my stepdad's phone, and he had put a picture that I had posted on Facebook through an app that made me and the friend that was in the picture as well look like we were completely naked.
Woo! Y'all, I ran across that. I have so many questions, just like all of you that are tuned in. My mind was racing. At first I was like, this is crazy. Ladies, listen to me. I don't care how old you are, how old your kids are. The fact of the matter is her stepfather had her on his phone naked. And I'm going to get real granular, okay? Had her on his phone naked. That means while he's sleeping with your mama, he's fantasizing about you.
Right.
I said what I said. While he's sleeping with his wife, he's fantasizing about her daughter. I said what I said. And I'm going to pause there. What are your thoughts, Trey?
I have a lot, but if I'm being honest, especially at the last part when he asked her, what do you want to do next? Throughout this whole situation, I understand it's having to do with her stepfather. But when she said, I don't even want to tell my mother, to me, it just, all I could think about the whole time that she was speaking after that was, okay, so what is your relationship with your mother, to where your biological mother at that, to where your non-blood related stepfather may have been a good pillar of support for you, but what is the relationship with your mother to where you don't even want to come to tell her what's going on? Because that is just wild to me. And I understand, I can see that it would be a nervous point for her, and I can see where she may not want to tell her mother, but there has to be some type of additional onset accountability, because he is her stepfather, meaning that he's her mother's husband. Her mother should definitely know what the hell is going on. in this, especially, and she's 30 years old. So like, it's how long have they been together? At what point? It sounds like he's been in her life for a very long time. So I can see her being nervous about, well, damn, when did this start? Because clearly she said some other stuff about it always being kind of weird. So
Yeah.
honestly, my main thing is like, okay, why is the mother not included in this? That's my main question,
Yeah.
honestly.
I have a lot of questions. Let me I'm gonna come to my super chats. Yes, Paula Me Please says his password is her birthday. First of all, yes, that stood out to me. And I was trying not to look at her or what y'all call victim shame, but I'm like, girl, so her password, her birthday is your password, but not your wife's birthday.
Right.
Okay, that's odd. Okay, follow me, Trey. That's point for point, right? The other thing
Right.
I thought, why y'all going out to eat at 1 a.m. in the morning instead of him taking you straight home? He picked her up from the airport and they stopped and had breakfast together. And his phone was beeping and she said, "Who's texting you this late?" Hold on. What's going on? Why you? I, I don't understand the dynamics of that relationship that she has with her stepfather, but she's 30 now, right? She's
Right.
30 now. She found naked pictures of her in his phone. And I don't know, me, I would probably tell my mama, so, okay, phone lighting up. I would probably make a mental note and say something. But she charged him up about it. And not only did she charge him up about it, she took his phone, opened his phone. What does that sound like to y'all? I'm not victim shaming, but this is just, what does that sound like?
It sounds like a relationship.
Some type of, okay. It may not be, but it just sounds like something has gotten too close for comfort. Number two, she saw herself naked in her stepdad's phone, y'all. Okay, so when y'all come up, remember, have everything already muted in the background. I'm really quick about bringing you on stage, so be ready to go. Her stepdad has her naked in his phone. Ain't no excuse for that. Number two, she don't want to tell her mama. My second question, when I was listening to this, I was like, no, don't protect him. Protect mama. Don't let mama go back and sleep with him when he's fantasizing about you. Hold on. Tishi, is that your name?
Yes, that's my name.
Okay, you sound far away. You want to go ahead and get closer to your mic or adjust your volume?
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, you real low.
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe I should take it off the car part. I don't know.
Probably. And you have a big echo. So drop down and then come back and make sure you got everything ready to go. Yeah. Let's do a mic check. Yeah, she dropped. Okay, so what are your thoughts, Trey? It just, it's a lot.
Yeah, and now I don't believe that you are. I understand what you're saying when you're kind of pointing out the weirdness in it, and I think to me it kind of shines more light of like it could possibly be some type of grooming situation to where he was around long enough to kind of convince her of these things that it may be okay. He may not have gone as far as like touching her or something of that nature, but it's gone as far as him having a nude picture and her being able to open his phone. Like, even with that phone combination, like, how does she know it? Does the mama know that that's about her child's birthday? Like, is that so weird to me? Like, is the mama not? If I was the mama, I would question, why do you have my child? Like, I know you're the stepfather, but I don't know, that's just
The mama
weird.
don't know. The daughter won't tell the mama. And okay, let me go
But
to
how does she know the father's how does she know her birthday is her father's
That's
phone
what listen.
unlock code? That is just
I
weird.
got a lot of questions. Okay, Tisha, you have the floor. Welcome.
Okay, can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I believe that she's already been with him. When she described him, I didn't know if she was talking about a boyfriend or her stepdad. I had to listen a little better. She's already been with him. They've already been together.
What?
That is very clear to me.
You think she's playing victim now?
Yes, she has been with him already and she just does not know which way to go. If you look at my prior comment that I made, right after I made the comment, the guy came in with the exact same thing I said. They've already been together. She's describing her man, not her stepfather.
Oh,
They've been together already. That's sealed. They've been together.
And
That's
then
all I came up to say is that, and I'm so glad I'm up here. It's my first time. I'm always I comment a lot, but I just had to speak on this. And also with the history that's coming out in my family, I just felt the need to speak on it. They've been together already.
can you sign it, seal it, and deliver it?
I believe I said what I said.
There you go. There you go.
I don't care.
Thank you.
I don't care. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
All right, that's Tishy. She's going to drop down. I'm going to bring up the next person. Let me go with Fruit Gummy. Welcome, Fruit Gummy. What are your thoughts?
Good
Saturday
morning.
morning, I said what I said.
Listen, I come to say what I have to say, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. From some of the comments and the statements that's been on this panel, it is teeter-tottering on victim blaming, and some of the comments feel like victim blaming. Let me say, and I said what I said. This is what I heard when that young lady was telling her story. Imagine the disgust and the shame you would feel if you went into someone who has acted as a parent's phone and saw yourself naked. So it's not about protecting him, and it's not even so much as far as protecting the mother, but imagine the mental anguish you would go through if you saw that in that phone. Then the second thing, when we were talking about how she described it, and even to the relationship dynamics and what she was explaining, we've talked about for the last few days about the P. Diddy and Cassie case, about the elements of grooming. Okay, so we don't know what kind of boundaries have been overstepped and how he interacts with her. And it didn't have to necessarily mean that they've been with each other, but how the relationship and dynamics have been set up. So I just wanted to put that out there as we discuss. It doesn't mean that, oh, she's been with them, but there could be some very serious aspects such as grooming at play, or better, at the shame and disgust she would feel in that situation where you can't just come out and say it. And I said what I said.
Wow.
All right, that's Fruit Gummy. She said what she said. Listen, the block is hot. The chat is hot. Let me go to catch up with Lala. Saturday morning, I said what I said. This topic is crazy. She found naked pictures of herself in her stepfather's phone. She knows her stepfather's password. It's her birthday. He picks her up from the airport. He doesn't take her home. They go out to eat at 1 o'clock in the morning. His phone starts dinging, lighting up in the car. She's challenging him. Who's texting you this late? Blah, blah, blah. What are your thoughts?
Well, Queen Sheba, I second Fruit Gummy. I'm very disturbed and shocked by the comments in the chat. It's very disturbing. This whole story is disturbing and sickening. Let's start there. She said at the beginning, this is my stepdad. I never had a father in my life. He took over, right? Which means she looked up to this man. He's the one that raised her as a father. So for her when she opened that and saw what she saw, she's truly shocked and disturbed. I think she cannot tell the mother because she's worried, one, her mother not believe her. Two, is going to change her whole mother's life upside down. And I think she's trying to come up with ways to do tell her, but also save herself at the same time, because she is the victim in this. She is the victim, no matter which way you put it in this, or you say it and you lay the foundations, she is the victim. Because imagine finding, nude pictures of yourself. That's not even nude. And he created it. He put it in the app to make you and your friend both nude just to share online. That's truly disturbing, which means he's been having ill, disgusting thoughts about her for her whole life. And now that she's a grown woman, he feels like he's able to put it out there because she's past the age of consent. She's 30 years old. Why are we not looking at the bigger picture? These psychos move different now. And I said what the fuck I want to say, okay?
All right.
Wow.
La. Yes.
Hold on,
Hey,
shit.
Trey.
Y'all gotta give me a break today now. Hold on.
Nah, I'm tired,
Hold on now.
Queen.
Give me a damn
I'm
break.
tired, Queen. I'm just shocked. I don't know what the hell did I walk into today.
Woo! I hear you, Lala. I got your
Damn
back,
breath.
girl.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate you.
Hold on. You
I'm with you too, Lala. I'm with you too.
Damn.
I'm with you too.
I gotta catch my damn breath. Everybody, y'all catching me. Y'all ambushing the hell out of me today. Who we got another one. Yvette Greer, welcome. Everybody mute up. Welcome, Yvette. Saturday morning. Saturday morning, I said what I said. What you got?
Thank you, Queen, for allowing me to step up here. And normally I'm in the background, but today I'm stepping up to say, I understand that girl who's calling in to that young man. As somebody who has been victimized, and I have been, I will say that I feel bad for that girl. But as a mother, I would want to know. And I'm saying what the fuck I am goddamn saying. I want to know as a mother because his ass belongs to me. You have victimized my child, and I got you, boo. I got you. I got everything you want and everything you need right here. And I said what I said. Thank you, Queen.
All right. That was Yvette. She said what she said. We get all the victim and this and that. But at this point, she said at 30 years old, you need to tell your mother. You need to let the mother know. You cannot protect him. You cannot keep his secrets. The mother deserves to know. Not only that, y'all, the mom is still sleeping with this guy that has pictures of her daughter naked in his phone. Now, let me read through some of the comments because I want to give everybody a chance to get in from the chat. Everybody's not comfortable clicking a link, and I'm okay with that. Let me say something because listen, Saturday morning, I said what I said is an opportunity for you to come on and pop your shit. Okay. We do it openly. You can call names, but you got to click the link. Okay. It's not personal. That's the first rule. The second rule is as long as you finish it off what I said, we know to keep it on the panel. That's why we say keep it on the panel. Now, when you take it to the chat and we say don't drop the names, just come up here and click the link, that's a whole different conversation. Don't call anybody out in the chat if you're not willing to click the link. Is that fair? All right. Thank you, y'all, in the chat. You got to click the link if you have something to say specifically, because we just want to make sure that you stand on business. And this is your opportunity by clicking the link so that it is not personal. See, we can stand by what you say on the panel because you said what you said, but in the chat, let's not sneak this. We bigger than that. We can stand behind what we say and say what we say. Got it?
I know that's right, Queen.
Yeah, I don't sneak this. That's why I dropped the link for y'all to say what you need to say. Don't attack nobody in the chat. I don't care how other people run their shit over here. We say what we need to say. Ain't no sneaking, ain't no subbing. You don't have to on Saturday. You see what I'm saying? This for big girls and big boys. On Saturday, you don't have to do that. And then I don't like that anyway. Don't do that in the chat. All right. Paula Me Please said his password is her birthday. Do y'all have a problem with that on the panel? If your husband's password was your grown-ass daughter's birthday, would you have a problem with that? Or would you find that somewhat different? Trey, Lala, or Fruit Gummy?
I would definitely.
That's creepy.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm piggybacking on you, Lala. I would definitely find that suspicious.
I wouldn't find it suspicious if it was all blood related. Like my dad having my younger sisters, who is around my age anyway. We're only 7 years apart. So having her birthday is one thing as his code. Stepdaughters is kind of different. I'm sorry. I feel.
So I think all of y'all agree then.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
It's weird,
Yes.
especially when that's not her, you know what I mean? It's her dad, but it's not, like my mom, her password is my date of birth.
Okay, let me go
And
to
no
another
disrespect to the stepfathers. I'm just speaking as far as like biologically, and I don't really know this white lady and her family's dynamic. So he might have been there since she was born, but it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like he's been around, long enough to make an impact on her, but I'm not really sure. But it's still weird.
What's Elon Musk's dad's name? I forgot his name. I covered it. His name is Earl. I can't remember. Elon Musk father, y'all, had 2 babies by his stepdaughter. Started sleeping with her, I think, when she was 30. Okay, used to be married to her mama. Chew on that.
You talking about the apartheid promoting?
Raised her since she was 3 or 4. Waited for her to grow up, and said, "I see no difference. I see no difference in the two. A woman Errol Musk. Thank you. Oh, he said a woman is a woman is a woman. Ladies, you've got to do better. He said a woman is a woman is a woman. There's no difference. The interviewer asked him, do you feel sad? Not sad. Do you feel ashamed? He said, no, a woman is a woman. Do you understand? Are y'all getting it?
Mm-hmm.
Now with
I
men,
do.
now with a man raising your daughter since she 2, 3, 4, and we talking about men with money. Now we do know this stepdad on this live that we're talking about has money. She said it. We can tell his partners are in the Middle East. We don't know what field of business, a line of business, but he's been there financially. So he's made a very good impression on her, right? But the fact of the matter is she's 30 years old and found naked pictures of her in his phone. She has not told his mom. And it leads me to Brandy Marie's question. Why is she so comfortable going through his phone? Married ladies, listen, let's just have adult conversations. Married women, how would you feel if your 30-year-old daughter, but you don't know nothing, right? You don't know about him having pictures of her. Your 30-year-old daughter can snatch your husband's phone up and just start going through it. What are your thoughts? Let me go
Queen,
with
can
Miss
I quickly
Gwen.
just ask you something? Did you say that he lives in the Middle East?
No, she said his partners are in the Middle East. She confronted him when he picked her up from the airport at 1 a.m. First of all, she said, who's texting you this late? He said, my partner's in the Middle East. She said, what are they sending you? He said, motorcycle videos. So she took the phone. She opened the phone. She said, I know the password because it's my birthday. And it was a motorcycle video, but I started to go through his text messages. Y'all, that don't sound like stepdaughter, stepdaddy relationship. That sounds like a man and a woman that have a relationship. It's not victim shaming, but when you go through it and you start looking, you say, wait a minute, this is inappropriate, period. Because if anybody gonna go through that motherfucker, it needs to be mama.
I disagree.
Okay, hold on, because you know I'm finna
Queen,
fight
can you
today.
can you highlight Shay L's
Well, I got to get
comment?
to Brandy. I'm working on Brandy's. Hold on.
Oh, okay, I'm
Let me
sorry.
go back to Shay. Hold on. Y'all got me all. I'm finna fight today in a good way. Hold on.
Hers might be after Shay's.
Where is Shay's?
I mean before. It's a
Shay,
little
can
bit.
you? Shay, can
It
you
said something
copy?
about no. No, she said he's only been around for 10 years.
No,
He came into her life when she was 20.
Okay, whatever. The point is, as a woman, 20 years, 10 years, now your daughter. See, there's a difference between a father, a man being a man, a husband to a wife, and a father to a daughter. That is not his daughter. So if he came into her life in her 20s, are you okay? Not blaming her. Let's just talk. With your grown ass 30-some-year-old daughter snatching his phone, going through it.
Yes.
You okay with it?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Why? Oh, should I go into more detail,
Not yet,
Queen?
not yet. Miss Gwen, are you okay with it? Let's pick up where we are. Would you be okay with your daughter in her 30s going through your husband's phone? Not jealousy, but are you just okay with it? Yes or no?
Okay, I'll be okay with it, but let me iterate later on about it.
Okay, I'm coming back. Fruit Gummy, are you okay with your daughter going through your husband's phone, who's not her dad?
Yeah, it depends on for the reason.
The reason is what we heard. She want to know why somebody texting you late at night. And then he said he told her, and she still took the phone from him, put in the password. That's a level of distrust already, because that's your stepdad, not your boyfriend.
Absolutely. And from what I got from this interview, she already has some inclinations of something ain't on up. So at that point, yeah.
No.
Thank you.
I disagree. No. Listen, y'all argue back with me. Feel free to argue back.
Come on, Queen. Let me hear you.
This is where lines get blurred. And this is where you have to chastise everybody. That's why the lines have been crossed and he has naked pictures. I'm not blaming her, but everybody gotta know they fucking place in a hierarchy. Let the queen go through the phone.
Well, why didn't the queen take her tail to go pick up her daughter? See, we talking about, but before we could even get to her getting to the phone, why wasn't Mama picking up her daughter then?
Okay, do the queen even know the daughter's in town?
How that's what I'm saying. You were all insinuating. The thing is, Queen,
it's just questions.
She's
do
a
the
woman
queen know
too.
the daughter's in town?
She's a woman too. That's all I have to say. She's a woman too. She has an intuition as well. 1 a.m., my stepdaddy picking me up, and if someone messaging me at 1 a.m., hell no, I'm going to check that phone. I got grown
No,
brothers, and I check their phones when there's some kind of shit.
you out
I
of
would
line.
check. Well, if I'm out of line, I'm out of line. I'm checking. What's she gonna do?
Natty, I get it, Natty, but that's cross air. I get what y'all are saying. Hold on, let me let Miss Gwen get in here.
Okay, now you're talking about grooming. He might have
No,
already
okay, hold
done.
on.
Wait a minute, grooming the mama. Then you get to letting her go through his phone at early age, some innocent, some she ain't looking through nothing, and gave her the combination way back when, and so that's why she maybe feel comfortable that he done trained her and groomed her. We me and you having secrets like I go here and get this for mama, all kind of little innocent secrets. That's all been implanted in her. Then she's got that woman's intuition of something ain't right. And the reason why I say I'm probably not checking the phone, because it was me. I want to check to see if you cheating on my mama. I
You
might have
can't,
something to
but you
say
can't
later
touch
on.
mama's place. You gotta hand it off to mama. Whatever happened to the handoff? Hand it off
Well,
to
see,
mama. Y'all
well,
don't
now,
believe that?
but if it was my mother, yes, I would hand it off to my mother. But see,
Yes.
I don't know the relationship between her and her mother, so I'm just assuming they may not. And like I said, he already done taught, maybe groomed her not. For them to have secrets. I don't know the
Okay.
relationship between her and her mama, so I'm going with that. If it was my mother, yeah, I would hand it off to my mother.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't want my daughter to put her. See, I can't. I cannot say what I really want to say without offending people.
Offend people.
Queen,
Okay.
say it is what I said. What I
Let me.
said Friday.
Okay.
Say it, Queen.
Okay. Let Paula get in, and then I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come through the back door. Go ahead, Paula.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Listen, when I say this, I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm really not. Because I know people who have been sexually abused and things like that, right? But also, everyone's experience is not yours. So you cannot project your trauma onto it's that's not the case all the time. Women or men, whoever you get what I'm saying, they're not always the victim. That is very suspicious how she's moving. I would never go through my stepdad's phone, who question him, who's messaging you. Never, I don't know. That's just
Okay.
not how
Okay.
that
Let me ask
goes.
you this. I listen, y'all. That's why I brought it to y'all. Cause at first I'm following this story. I'm like, you low down, dirty dog. Right. I'm listening. I'm like, oh, and then I hear I'm 30. He's been in my life for 10 years, a little bit over 10 years. Okay, okay. And then I'm not gonna tell mama. You're not gonna tell mama? He picked me up at the airport. I'm with Fruit Gummy. Where was mama? And then somebody started texting him. Who's texting you? I'm like, hold up now. Just tell mama. Tell mama if you feel like something going on. And so obviously you think it's a woman. So you check him. After you check him as a stepdaughter, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. But you still didn't believe him and snatched that phone like a wife? No, no, hold on now. We don't snatch phones. You stay the good princess and you let mama be the mama bear. So you take the phone because you didn't believe him. You open up the phone, which is your birthday. The password is your birthday. I'm not making her. I'm just saying this is a very strange piece of fruit. You open it up. You see that his homeboy did send him a motorcycle. But then you start going through all of his text messages. Y'all sitting here telling me on this panel as women, this is normal behavior between a stepdaughter and a stepdad.
Not at all.
No,
I didn't say it was normal. I
none of us
said it
said it
was.
was normal.
It, no, it's not normal at all. But there has been several things to be said that let me know already the lines was blurring. Not in the terms of they got a relationship going on, but that as that grown man, he might have, like you said,
Grooming comes in a lot of fashions, and I know there's people in the comments saying, well, she was in her early 20s when she met when he came into the equation. Your brain don't stop developing until you 25. Half y'all was
That part.
half y'all wasn't that smart in y'all early 20s, so we not gonna make it seem like you just a genius in your early 20s and can't be swayed.
Can I say
Come on
something?
now.
Hold on,
Can I say
let me
something?
go ahead, Trey, and then my sister's keeper. Let me give you the
Okay.
lineup. Trey's gonna say
I,
something, then my sister's keeper, Somali Queen get in there, and then Kimber Monique get in there. Don't wait for me to call on y'all. Y'all can tell when they wrap up because then you just kick in and go. Go ahead.
I'll be quick. I just wanted to make sure that we're putting into context that this young lady was 20 years old. No, her brain wasn't fully formed, but I do feel as though in my brain I can see her understanding that this man was suspicious from the get-go, and she made hints to that. That's why I do kind of feel like I'm on the side of Queen Sheba when she said, "Well, it is very suspicious that you're snatching this man's phone at what 30 now that he pick you up. It's also suspicious. Who is eating breakfast at 1 o'clock in the morning? Like that's just the breakfast time. It's weird.
Why didn't
I
you
don't.
take her
Let me
straight
drop you
home?
off to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Let me take you to McDonald's and then take your ass home. It's really weird. But I could just be throwing stuff on putting 20 on 10. But none of this is making sense. And I still feel like the mother should have been told from the get go. But she's not going to do it because she didn't even feel comfortable telling her mother other stuff. So I don't see her telling her mother what she found in the phone because hell, she was bold enough to go to this other man on a podcast and tell her whole story rather than go tell her mama what's going on. It's just weird. It's odd. But
All
I'm
right.
done.
My sister keeper. My sister's keeper.
Hey, everybody. Hey,
Hey,
Brugami,
hey, hey.
Trey. Listen, I don't want to make anyone offended or,
Speak your
cause
mind.
any offense,
Speak your mind.
but
Go ahead.
I think, first of all, I understand that there's victim shaming, but I also feel like there's asking, if you're going to put the story out there, then you need to be able to allow the pieces to be connected. And there are a lot of missing pieces with this. Also, I wanted to add that we underestimate the nature of people. And I understand that she is saying this, how this made her feel. But when I heard it, I heard that she was on her get back because she found out she wasn't the only one in his life beside her mama. That's what I heard. That's just my opinion. But I'm not calling her a victim. I mean, I'm not calling her whatever, but I just feel like we're so quick to always put a victim title on people when we forget about the morals of man. I mean, yes, she was 20 years old. Her brain hasn't developed. Frugami, that I almost dropped down when I heard you say that because I was like, oh, I ain't gonna. But but at 20 years old, at 16 years old, we know the nature of sex and sexual feelings and right and wrong, those type of moral codes and things that we were taught, if we were taught those things. She knew what she was doing. She was in a whole blown out relationship with this man and she got mad because she came back and she called him cheating on her, but not her mom. That's all I have to say. And that's it, what I
Ooh,
said.
shit. Okay. Stay up here for a second if you can. Somali Queen, go ahead.
I agree with Toot. That's all I came to say, anyways. Whatever Toot said, because it sounds like this was a relationship that she found out he's cheating, and then she tried to rat him out. But because end of the day, 20 between 20 and 25, same difference. As a woman, you know what you're doing. This man is your mother's husband, not your daddy, not your uncle. You don't have any blood relations with this man. You're not supposed to be touching his phone. You should not even care about what he has going on in his life. That's your mother's job. So for you to come out and say all this, let me tell you, not everybody's a victim. Yes, I said that. Not everyone is a victim. This
I
woman
agree. I
is
agree.
bitter. She's very bitter. That's what I'm seeing. And I said what I said.
All
We got to
right.
stop putting that victim. Everybody ain't no victim. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Ooh,
Listen,
Everyone's trauma is not your trauma.
let me tell you something. All I done heard so far, y'all better stop sending everybody to people's house. They might walk away with some trauma and be told they knew better.
Ooh-wee. Paula, I think you was trying to get in there before I go to Kimber.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying everyone's trauma is not your trauma. You
Oh,
know
you
what I
sound
mean?
like Fruit Gummy. Y'all kind of like sound alike. I thought that was
Like
Fruit Gummy talking. Okay,
like
got it.
stop projecting what happened to you onto other situations because that's not always the case.
Okay, gotcha.
But do we
Kimber.
think? Oh,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, Fruit Gummy. Somebody's trying to
I,
get in
I
there.
was gonna say from the commentary and even from what's been said up here, I don't hear people projecting in what they're trying to say. I think whether you're on the side of you feel like the stepdaughter, might be leaving pieces out, or if you're like with me and Lala, I don't hear it from the perspective of like projecting. I think it's more so of having a conversation of the boundaries and what is considered normal, or what would I put it this way, what would lead it to, before we get to the phone, the grown father being able to pick up the stepdaughter at
Thank you.
that time of night, for his phone code to be her birthday.
Thank
And
you.
all exactly, Queen. And what I will say here, and that's where it goes, where we kind of differentiate, and what we saying is, Lala and I are saying there have already been some icky lines blurred,
Okay.
starting when he hit the equation.
Now let's ask this.
Thank you, Fruit Gummy. Can I add in, Queen?
And yeah, Kimber, just jump in when Lala's done, baby. I know you being
Oh no,
polite, but you
let her
got.
go ahead. I'll let her
Okay,
go
okay,
ahead.
go ahead, Kimber.
The thing is, this is where a hard lesson in parenting never stops. Age 20, we're not fully developed. However, we're not 100% immature either. And that husband is inappropriate. And for me, when I'm hearing all of this, these women are too man crazy. When we telling our daughters, you need to calm down, you need to simmer down. But the example you're showing is just chase, 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 and it's inappropriate. The lines are so blurred. I have so many questions, and it's not even about victim blaming or putting or saying that they're being groomed or not groomed. I just have questions. So to sum it all up, I'm blaming the mama on all of this because you're not doing your job as the woman of the house and as that young lady's woman, and I mean mother. And as she moves through life, she's thinking it's inappropriate to blur those lines. Could you imagine what that would be if that was one of her homegirls? They'd be out there fighting right now. And I said what I
Okay.
said.
Oh,
I
good point.
agree.
Me too. Okay, okay. You make a good point, especially about the homegirls, right? Now, let me ask you this about the mama part. I'm gonna ride
Mm-hmm.
with you on that, but I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
ride with you on the other side of the car. Not necessarily where you want me to sit and what you said. This is
Mm-hmm.
where I'm gonna ride with you. My question would be, as mamas, what are you instilling in your daughters where your daughter at 30 don't want to tell you her stepdaddy got a naked picture of her?
Exactly. That it's a strained relationship that you need to fix because your child should, no matter how old they are, they should be able to come and tell you anything, even the things they know you don't want to hear.
Any of the mamas on the panel, in the chat, listen to me very carefully. She's 30. Let me play it. Should I play? Everybody keeps saying play it one more time. Should I play it one more time or
Yes, play it, because that's what I was going to say, Queen.
just play it
Listen
one
to
more
the
time?
emotions.
All right, here's the thing. I'm gonna play it one more time. Everybody on the panel, pick something that you want to attack, expound upon, pick one point, and I'm gonna come around from what you hear. Okay. And y'all can do it too in the chat. Everybody go on mute. I'm gonna play it, get a pen and paper, and jot down what you want to hone in on. I'm gonna give everybody an opportunity without interruption to talk about what you want to talk about. And y'all will get like 2 minutes each, okay? Here we
Let's
go.
wake it up.
All right, here we go. We're going to start from the beginning. I have to start all over. Listen to the call very carefully.
I found a picture of myself on my stepdad's phone, and he had put a picture that I had posted on Facebook through an app that made me and the friend that was in the picture as well look like we were completely naked. My world kind of shattered in that because I don't have a great relationship with my dad, and my stepdad has been in my life for, 10 plus years. And he's really been an answer to prayer for me in so many ways. So I'm just absolutely gutted and shattered. And I don't know. I don't know what a relationship with him would look like moving forward. I don't know if I want that. I don't know. I feel very heartbroken, very betrayed, very trapped, and very, very stuck. So I'd love any advice that you have.
Jeez. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Gosh. How'd you find this?
He was picking me up from the airport, and my flight got in very, very late. It was delayed. And so he picked me up from the airport, and I heard a notification go off on his phone, and I asked him, I'm like, why, who's messaging you at like 1 a.m? What's going on? And so he told me he's got friends that he used to work with that are contracting over in the Middle East, and they send him motorcycle videos. Okay, no big deal. So we sat down for breakfast, dinner, whatever meal that was at 1 a.m. And I took his phone, and his password is my birthday. And so I looked at the message, and it was, in fact, just a motorcycle video. But he had another message that was kind of suspicious, and I asked him about it. And he was like, he just had some excuse for, oh, yeah, that's a girl that I knew from high school or whatever. And then I don't know why I did this, but I looked at his text messages, and one of the first messages that he had was a picture that he had sent himself. And so I opened that, and that's where I found the picture. I did have a chance to talk to him about it the next day, because right then I was absolutely shocked. I didn't
He
say
saw
anything
you
about
open
it.
the picture?
No, he saw me open the messages, but he didn't see me open the text message thread, the picture. I just exited out of everything, put the phone down, slid it back over to him, and we ate breakfast in almost silence.
So how'd your conversation with him go?
So
Did
the
it
next
start
day
with, hey, stepdad, what the, how did it start?
So I sat down with him, and I said, hey, I found something inappropriate on your phone that's concerning. And he was like, yeah, what did you see? And so I told him, well, I saw the picture that you sent to yourself. And he said, yeah, well, yeah, it's an app, and I don't know, I was just playing around, I don't know, and just, kind of wishy-washy, waffling back and forth of, there's not an excuse for that. And so I asked him, I said, do you see me as a stepdaughter? That's not something that a father figure would do. And he said, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That's not something that a father figure would do. I do see you as a stepdad, but he couldn't look at me. And so I don't believe him. Like, this does shatter my image of who he is in my life. But I just told him, like, hey, just delete the picture, delete the app. Like, I'm not going to make a massive deal about this. I'm not going to tell my mom. Like, at that moment, I just really did want to forget about it. But, like, I can't forget about it.
Yeah. So there's so many layers to this. Do you mind if I think about them out loud?
Yeah,
Is
sure.
that okay? So I'm going to go real big picture and then get pretty granular with your situation. So big picture, we're in a new era. Normally, to get a picture of a stepdaughter, and unfortunately, I've seen this and been periphery to this and had some of these hard conversations, you'd have to physically sneak a photo of somebody. Open up their blinds, somehow get your phone in the bathroom while they're showering. Like, you'd have to do a thing like that. That is a crime. Now, with these AI apps, you can take a benign picture and, without committing a crime, have this as real as a real photo right there, right?
Yep.
It's a disturbing new world we've entered into. That's big picture. Second picture is maybe not in the legal sense, but I want you to feel, I want to connect that feeling you have in your guts and that feeling you have in your chest with that confusion in your mind, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It may not be a legal case, but I consider this assault. I consider this a sex crime. Okay? At the very least, it's so disgusting that every bit of unmooring you feel, especially for somebody that came in as a rescuer. Because here's what I just for the people listening, here's what I know to be true. And feel free to tell me, actually, you missed this one. Now you are wondering what other pictures he has of you. For how long has he been looking at photos of you and your friends? Did he take pictures of you before these apps were out? Does he fantasize about? I mean, it unmoors everything, right?
Yep.
And you and I both know this doesn't happen a single time that someone happens to see a photo. You know that. I know that. And then I want to know, what friends in the Middle East is he texting? And what is he sending? And honestly,
Okay, that is.
Is everything okay? I can't.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I was just talking. Oh my God. Okay. He said something very important. He wanted to know. John said, what friends in the Middle East is he texting and what is he sending to these people in the Middle East? That sounded like that's very important or that could be very dangerous. Now, I'm going to let it finish. I told y'all I would open up the panel for each of you to get 90 seconds. I'm going to have to say 90 seconds to point out, attack, elaborate on one key point that you want to elaborate on. Okay. There's a lot of us up here. I'm going to have to go pretty quickly. And unfortunately, after 90 seconds, I'm going to have to interrupt you. Let me let it finish playing and then everybody gets to talk. Give me 1 second.
honestly, that stuff does matter, but not right now. Right now, you're just devastated. And so I have all sorts of opinions on what you should do next. And I also know it doesn't matter. My question to you is, what do you want to do next? Not what you think you should do. What is your gut telling you is the next right move?
I'm so conflicted because I don't want to disqualify all the good that he's done in my life. But also, like, when I look back at our entire relationship, I was holding back. Like, I think I knew something was off for a while. I didn't want to hug him. I didn't want to tell him I love you. Again, he's been a really good influence, but now I just feel dirty. Yeah, all those things are right. This feels like the tip of the iceberg,
Yeah. Hold on. You're holding back. Don't do that. Well, I don't want to tell you what to do and what to feel right now, but if you'll honor yourself, don't hold those tears back. I've sat with enough people in the situation. There's a sense that if you start crying, you're never going to be able to stop. Is that fair?
Yeah, I just feel like if I actually show emotion, it'll be completely the end of a relationship with him at all.
Okay, but listen, I want you to know he destroyed this relationship, not you.
I found a picture of my.
All right, I'm going to go in reverse order, y'all. I'm going to go with Paula first, Kimber second, Gently Coy third. Paula, you got 90 seconds to point out and talk about what you want to emphasize from this video. Go ahead. You have the clock.
Her taking the phone and going through his phone. Number one, her questioning him about who's texting him, what the notification was. Then her taking the phone and going through the phone. That's not stepdaughter behavior. That's not your place. She's way out of line. And I don't trust her. And I said what the fuck I said. She's a whore. And fucking her mama husband.
Ooh, That's your, oh, you didn't even use your 90 seconds. Hold on. Let me go to Kimber.
Queen, I'm on the fence with this. What I can say is this, that the dynamic of that relationship, I question it, but I don't know if I necessarily put her in a bad space. It's an inappropriate relationship. And again, the mama needs to be checked. I'm putting all of this on the mama. I still feel it's on the mama because it's for her to navigate both of those relationships and set the tone for what those relationships should be. I said what the fuck I said.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me go to Jenly Koi K. Welcome, Queen. You got the floor.
Hey guys, good morning. Well, good morning, good afternoon. Anyway, for me, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of that her being at the age of 20. For me, this is a relationship she's very familiar with, she's very comfortable with. She's talking about she don't want to disregard all the good that he has done, meaning that if he has money, he's been giving her money. I'm guarantee you they communicate wherever they live from. He calls her, they text. They have a relationship. The energy is there, the vibe is there. And honestly, if my daughter went through my husband's phone, I would find him to be very problematic and looking through it. And no, you stay in a child's place. I don't care, give a damn if you 20 years old, 30 years old, you stay in a child's place. I'm 40 and I still won't interfere with my mother's marriage or even think about going through my stepfather's phone. It's completely inappropriate. I do think something is going on, whether they smashing it or not. He wanna fuck he wanna fuck his daughter and she wanna fuck on him. So I think there's something going on. And I said what the hell I said.
Damn, y'all getting to the point, like literally. Okay, nobody's using their 90 seconds. All right, hold on. Let me go to Miss Gwen. You got the floor.
First of all, everybody's brain don't mature. We got innocent people. They don't have the brains we got. You know, logic and common sense. What I'm hearing is somebody who is lost, confused, and all messed up, and not in just in this period. She been messed up for the longest, and the mama ain't helping. And she reaching out to this man for some help. Because I also heard her wanting to cry. But that's not my opinion. That's just something to think about. I said what the fuck I said.
Lord have mercy. Let me go to Fruit Gummy.
And I'm taking all my 90 seconds. So I want to go to the first I want to go to the first point, which is about her taking the phone. Okay. So she said, who's messaging us? And the tone in which she used, I will say this, for her to already have that passwords lets me know that it had already been established that, hey, she's been either has access to the phone, and you did not hear her say that he protested her even grabbing the phone, number one. So that's already demonstrating how there was already a loose boundary. Number two, she didn't just go through the messages because, oh, I'm going to go through the rest of the messages. She said she saw something that looked suspicious from another woman. Now, going to the point of all of y'all talking about she needs to tell her mother this, that, and the third, quite frankly, if I see something from ever and I feel like it could compromise my mama, I don't give a damn whose phone it is. I'ma go through it. I don't care. Then the third point, when we talk about, oh well, she clearly wants him. She asked, how do you see me? And when he said, when what the situation happened, he said, well, I see you as a daughter. She says it shattered her image of how she looked at him because of what he's done. So I do not think that she wants him or that it's anything like that. I truly feel like, even although she was in her young 20s, that there was a grooming element of pushing boundaries, pushing boundaries. And for all of the people saying, well, you know better in your 20s, half of y'all wouldn't have picked the men y'all had children with if you knew better in your early 20s. So we are all susceptible for making mistakes. And I'm not going to sit here and put it on this young woman that she's just some whore that wants her stepfather from her mom. And I said what I said.
Ooh, and she used all her 90 seconds. That was beautiful. You hear that, timer? Let me reset. That was beautiful. Okay. Let me hand the mic to Trey.
If I'm judging this based off of what I heard, this is what happens, ladies, gentlemen, everyone is hearing this, listening to this. This is what happens when you decide in a love relationship to accept financial gain over love, respect, dignity, integrity, and morals. I'm side on the mama. The mama chose to let this creepy rich man come into her life and her daughter's life. That's why the daughter is not telling the mama, because they both want to keep the bag. That man is a predator. There is no reason for him to have an application that can edit videos or photos, and then for him to have it in his messages. Normally, if you're editing a photo or anything like that on a phone, on a tablet or device, the first place it's going to want you to do is to download it. You can share it, yes, into the messages, but that's a whole nother step for you to take. So for her to be going through his text messages and see that picture, that means that he's planning to or has already been sending this out to some of his other predator friends. They need to let that man go and learn how to live with a budget. Period.
Excellent point. And I think you hit that for me. I think that's what John probably, now that you're saying, was trying to drive home to her. Listen, that's not your father. You're not his biological child. He said this is abuse. This is a sexual crime because let's go back to Elon Musk's father, who slept with his stepdaughter over and over. And you know how he did it? She came over the summer house. The mama wasn't there. She came to visit. You see what I'm saying? They have 2 kids with each other. And when the interviewer, I know I'm repeating myself, asked Elon Musk, don't you think it's wrong? He said a woman is a woman. You know why he can say that? Because it's not his daughter. And when he said a woman is a woman, that made me think maybe John is telling her, hey, listen, there's a huge possibility that your photo is being passed around all the way on the Middle East. Let me go to Lala.
Queen, all the points I wanted to make, my good sis Fruit Gummy made. All I have to say, that was a hurt girl. She may be in her 30s, I think you said. That was a hurt girl. All I heard was hurt, disappointment, shocking. I think she's still processing the shock of what she discovered. The other stuff are non-factor to me. It's disturbing. Boundaries have been crossed. I'm not going to lie. Certain boundaries have been crossed, but I'm with Fruit Gummy. If my intuition is telling me something is wrong, check the phone. I'm going to check the phone. I don't care who the hell you are. I'm going to check the phone. But what I saw and what I heard is a hurt girl that does not know how to process a relationship she thought was good. Now she realizes her stepfather is a predator. And I just have to leave it at that. I'm just truly disturbed by this story.
All right, listen.
And I said what the fuck I said, by the way.
Said what you said. You said, if I'm wrong earlier. Listen, this is why I say I'm a protective person of my friends, family, and loved ones. I said, let me do the dirty work. Let me get out there on the front line. I wouldn't want my daughter doing that. You let me be the woman in this. You sit back and you stay here. It's my job to protect you, not your job to protect me. And I understand what y'all are saying. For my mama, I'm gonna get down. But at the same time, we see men, we see stuff on TV all the time on networks of these men unaliving their stepdaughters because they want them, they desire them. So my job as a mother, I'm gonna get in front of mine as a mother bear. No. Let me take that lick. Let me go up against the beast. Let me go. No. You stay out the line of fire. Thank you. Give me the handoff. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't want my daughter to put herself in a line of danger with a man that I don't know shit about, that I've only been with for 10 years. And let me tell you something. You don't know until you know. You don't know until you know. And guess what? They're finding out exactly who he is. They're starting to see exactly who the monster is behind the mask. Like John said, you don't know how many photos of you he has. And you saw an AI. You don't know how many videos. You don't know nothing. That's dangerous when a man is eyeballing your daughter like that. We see a lot of these men unalive these girls because their desire is so strong for them. You know what I mean? We see them do it to their own daughters. So I don't want my daughter in the line of fire. Absolutely.
Can I ask you a question, Queen?
Huh?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you believe that was a trap for her? Because
no.
For him to have the picture, knowing, because I feel like she's used to, that's not something that she hasn't, that was the first time that she picked up his phone. I feel like that was some type of trap for her to see how far, it was a test almost, I feel like.
I don't think it was a trap. I'm going to say this. I don't think it was a trap. I think it's more missing. I wish this was a straightforward story. It's not. I'm going to tell you this. I trust my instinct in all things. My instinct ain't never led me wrong. I know when she was telling the story, my spidey sense was going up as a woman, saying, wait a minute, that part I get about him being a creep. But why are you charging him up about, hold on, daughter? Wait a minute, it's late at night. You don't know how that can go. You get aggressive with him, challenging him about who's texting him. It's starting to err along the lines of relationship. I wouldn't want my daughter in that position in the car late at night with a man by herself. I wouldn't want my daughter. I would want my daughter to say, I'm not hungry. Nah, I'm really tired. It's been a long day. Thank you, stepdad. You know what? You can just drop me off and me, you, and mama can go to breakfast in the morning. Not if and I would want my stepdaughter to see, because you got to remember, she was with mama before he came in the picture. What did mama instill in her? She said he didn't come into the picture until her 20s. She's in her 30s now. She just found the naked pictures of her and her stepdaddy phone. But before he came, that was mama's baby. So I would hope that we're training our children and our girls and our sons in the way they should go. Hey, you got to peep game. You got to know when something's off. Here's the play you make. Here's how you get home safely. You know, I have a lot of freaking questions. Number one, he already told you it was his friend from the Middle East. Why are we escalating? Leave it there. Let mama know. Mama, something ain't right. Get that phone. And here's the passcode.
Hey Queen, I have something to interject because I agree with you. To me, okay, so I received a stepfather. I got a stepfather when my mother remarried after my father passed a few years back, and I was older. In my mind, at 20, this a stepfather is just a label. At this point, your mother already did the work. You're already grown. So to act like, oh, I'm looking for a father figure at 20, you ain't looking for no father figure. At 20, you're out of high school, possibly in college. Some people are on their own, living with roommates, traveling with friends and stuff like that. You're not looking for a stepdad. So the stepdad, to me, that's just the title of it all. This was a man that probably paid her attention. And at 20, I remember being 20, men pay you attention at 20. They love you. So, and the mother, that was just, she was just something to do. You know what I'm saying? She was just something to do. But at 20 years old, oh, excuse me, at 20 years old, like, I'm not looking at her like, this is my stepdad, as in a sense of this man is growing you. He's like raising you. He's teaching you. No, you're already taught. You're already raised. It's pretty much done. At this point, you're pretty much trying to figure out life and get experience and gain experience as a 20-year-old woman. You're just coming into your own. So for the fact that me thinking that someone was groomed, absolutely not. Was she kidnapped and placed in captivity to develop like Stockholm syndrome? No, that's not what happened. I think that she probably was attracted to her stepfather by label only. And I think he was, we already know he had an attraction to her, but by that time it was just, I'm already married to the mom and everything. And at this point, this is not her stepfather. This is just a man that's with her mother. When I think of stepfather, I think actual father. I think of men who are actually directly involved with the raising of the person to become an adult. He was not directly involved in raising with a person to become an adult. I just got married.
Keep going.
I just got married. No one's raising. I just got married. My husband is not raising my kids. It's done. You know, like it's literally done at this point. No, he's just a man that married a mom that's really good to their mother, and he's a great person to have around and a new addition to our family. So no, I really don't buy the whole grooming part, because there wasn't enough time to groom her, because you're still getting older, 22, 23, and you're 30. You're not in the house. Most likely you're not around him every single day. Like, no, it's just no. He liked her. She liked the attention, and
I want
that was that.
to ring that
That's
bell.
weird.
I want to ring that bell. Ding ding ding. I want
Okay.
to establish a boundary that I heard another panelist say. Let's not project. What's happening in your household may not be her household. Going off of the story of what she said, I also want to clarify, grooming is not meaning you're being kidnapped and captive. Grooming means that you are overstepping inappropriate boundaries little by little, so that it becomes an custom and a norm, and people are then used to it, i.e. picking up my stepdaughter at 1 a.m., i.e. giving my stepdaughter my passcode. That's a symptom of grooming. Then number two, what I want to say, number three, what's missing here is the dynamic of the mother. Because although she was already in her 20s, we don't know how they have placed value on that man in that household in terms of his position and his role. And I want to add another aspect here. We're talking about a different culture. So how they navigate the relationship between man, women in that family is a little different. So for him, he probably was a father
My friends
figure.
don't do that.
But he never said that. She never
Well,
said
that's
in
your
that
friends.
video
I'm
that.
just bringing in
Hold on.
this particular,
No.
that listen, that's not to put the blanket. I'm just saying
My
based
friends
upon
don't
the
do that.
story, what's still missing here is the mother piece.
Y'all are
I think the mother.
What
Can
y'all
I
are
say?
what y'all are
Oh,
trying to what y'all are trying to
that's
leave
your
out
friend.
is the money. It's the money. when she's not saying anything as far as, oh, he took me to my soccer games, or oh, he was there with me with this, and we went singing together at this, that, and the third. He was that type of father. She didn't really allude to that. The way she was alluding to it,
With
it
the
was very
money.
blanket. But at the end of the day, with her being 20, money is a key factor in this.
Right.
I cannot see it any
Trey, she's
different.
not
And when you
20,
have
she's
more,
30 now.
what you say?
She's not 20, she's
Yeah, she's
30.
30 now. Yeah.
I know from age, she said that he was been in her life for 10 plus years. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
say 10 to 15. So
So
he
she
has been in
about,
her life from
yeah.
at least, I would say, maybe 16 to 30.
Because he had to
So
date mama before then. So you can't call him stepdad until they get married. So they probably have been married, I guess, about 10 years. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, how does the woman automatically become the victim? That's what I'm asking. Y'all act like young girls don't have sexual appetites.
No,
I
I'm not.
know.
I'm
I
not
Okay,
saying that
know.
she,
That's what I'm
okay,
I know,
stop.
saying.
I'm
Like,
Let me
not,
say
yeah.
something. I
I
agree,
get that.
Trey. Trey, you said something earlier. You said this could be a trap, like he was trying to check her, see if she would
That's the
fall for
part.
the trap. I kind of,
Right.
Trey, when you said that, kind of made sense because he knew one, he's driving, he can't grab the phone from her unless he wanted to, right? But that would have caused the accident. Two, he knows that she knows the password. Going through that phone, he knew one way or another she would have found those pictures. For him to allow her to do that makes me think maybe he does like her in a sexual way, and he wanted to see how would she feel. Would she be open to it? Would she be against it? I am with Trey on this. There's something
Right.
is
That's what
off
I was
about this
saying.
story, but
And
I
I'm not
do
putting that
believe
on
he,
her. I
yeah.
think it's him.
I'm
He
I
with.
wants
think it's
her,
him
definitely.
100%. It's definitely him. Something is off about this story, but I do not believe that in any type of sexual relationship. I do not believe that. Okay. I see a
Why,
girl, I
la
hear a girl. This is just my opinion. I hear a girl that's upset, shocked, hurt, confused. Maybe it is the money because, I don't know. I'm not in that culture. Money ain't nothing. But I just hear a hurt. And when I hear hurt, I can identify her. And I think that's going over a lot of people's heads, in my opinion.
Okay,
I
hold on.
Wait
Go
a
and
ahead.
minute.
Go ahead. Who's about to get in? And then
that,
Janae, you don't have to get
that
in
was
here, Janae. Go
Well,
ahead.
that
I
was
was,
me.
I,
But
I
Janae
was,
can go ahead and go. Go ahead, Janae. I want to hear you.
Hey everybody, I'm just coming in on the conversation. I just came back from my son's camp. Um, can I get a brief of what's going on exactly as far as like the topic before I comment?
Okay. Janae, are you Janae? Janae. Hell
Nah,
no.
ma'am. Ma'am.
not a summary.
Look
We've
at
been up here
Janae.
for an hour and 40 minutes, ma'am. Wait a
Sorry, I
minute.
just came in at the late. I was helping with sectionals at my son's band camp.
Janae,
We
we've been
already
arguing
windmilling.
Come on, sectionals.
for 2 hours. Janae, we can't bring you up to speed. Come on now, Janae. We've been arguing up here for 2 hours. Okay, what you think you heard? Well, give us a
Okay, from what I understand, there is a parent or step parent being highly inappropriate with one of their children, and there might be some discomfort there on how he's approaching the young lady.
yes.
And as a bonus parent myself, because I don't like to use the word step parent, as a bonus parent myself, there's comfortable relationships that you have with a child and respectful relationships that you have with a child, and then there's inappropriate things with a child. There are certain things that you do with your children, and there are certain things you don't do with your children, and
Okay.
that's how I feel about that.
Okay, pause. Now you earn a little bit now. You like Fruit Gum say, girl, we in the middle of a knife fight. You tell me who I
Oh,
said.
not a knife fight.
Oh my God, we're in the middle of a knife fight. Like, come on now.
Oh,
But
I have a question.
go ahead. Go ahead, Trey.
For the bonus parent here who just joined us. So do you think it's odd for them to have the stepchild's or the bonus child's birth date as their phone unlocking code?
Ooh,
Let me give her a little bit more pause.
Okay, thank you.
The stepdaughter is 30.
okay.
She just found out. She went through her stepdad's phone and found naked pictures of herself in his phone. That
Oh
he
no.
hold on, that he sent to himself. He picked her up from the airport at 1 a.m. They get in the car. They're driving. The mama wasn't there. They're driving. Somebody starts texting him. Stepdaughter charges him up. Who's texting you this late at night? He said, "Oh, my friends from the Middle East. We're just sending motorcycle videos." She
He's
didn't
still
believe.
breathing?
Hold on. She didn't believe him. She snatches the phone. She knows the passcode because the passcode is her birthday. She 30. She looks. She sees a motorcycle video. Instead of giving him the phone back, she started going through all his text messages. She clicks on the text message that he sent to himself and sees naked photo of herself.
And she's only known him for 10 years, so about around her
And she
20.
didn't tell mama. She told him
Wait a
naked
minute.
pictures
Wait a
will
minute.
never-
She's been knowing him 10 plus years. Let's correct that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So about
Okay.
15.
Maybe. Okay. And she didn't tell her mama. Now, her mama is sleeping with this man, but he got naked pictures of his stepdaughter at 30 in his phone.
Okay, before or after his funeral? Okay. First of all, me and my bonus child were tight. Okay. But one, I do not have his birthday as a password on my phone. And two, I would not betray the trust of my husband and my child because I'm the only mother that he's ever known. And there are just some things you don't do. First of all, why do you have naked pictures of a child, period, in your phone?
30-year-old woman. She's 30.
Okay, well, woman, child, or indifferent, you are very much a married man, sir. Let's start there.
And it's his stepdaughter that he has naked pictures of. His
And then
30-year-old stepdaughter.
And then to put the cherry on top of the sundae, it happens to be a child or excuse me, a woman that you stepped into her life as a father figure, whether it was early or later on in life. You are still considered the parent of that person. How dare you, sir, violate that trust as a parent? You are supposed to protect and love your children, not try to make love to your children.
What would you expect your daughter to do?
I would expect my child to tell me, for one. I would expect my child to tell me because your loyalty is to me as your parent. If you see something that's making you uncomfortable, B, that you know that I would find highly inappropriate, I would expect you, and I hope that we have a strong enough relationship as mother and daughter for you to come to me and tell me what's going on. Because my question is, how long has this man had these pictures? How long has this man taken these pictures? How did he get these pictures? And when you were laying with me, were you fantasizing about being with my child the whole time? Like, what the
Pause. Didn't that man ask every question? The interviewer asked all those questions. So you on point. Y'all, is she on point as a mom?
Listen, she didn't need no summary. She came in telling it.
Paula, is she on point?
Yes, she is.
Okay, real quick, Janae. You just
Yes,
pulled up.
ma'am.
Let you in, like Fruit Gummy said, we're gonna let you in the fight. But you have to pay a cover charge to get up in this motherfucker. But listen.
I got you, Queen. I don't mind paying.
For you.
You gotta pay to play.
You had to pay a cover charge because you came late, girl. You was doing the most. Time I bring me up to speed. Girl, we've been fighting for 2 hours. Miss Gwen, your device disconnected. Go ahead and drop down, come back up. We're gonna save your space, Miss Gwen. Drop down, come back up. Y'all don't click this. This is for Miss Gwen only. I'm gonna kick her out the studio. Okay, she gonna come back up. She dropped down. All right, okay, now let me ask you one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
You expect your daughter, if you were in this situation, to say something at 30.
Mm-hmm.
How can you ensure that your daughter would say something as a mother?
I would make my daughter feel safe. It's our job as parents to provide safe spaces for our children to come to us and to tell us when stuff like this happens. That's like, okay, let's say for instance, my bonus son gets older. Okay. And I find out that one of my friends had pictures of my bonus son in her phone when he was a teenager and stuff like that. Now, after I stab her, I would hope my son would come to me and be like, "Hey, Ma, your friend has pictures of me in my phone." But see, I already have that development with my son to where he would tell me something like that. So again, it goes back to making sure you create a trust and a dynamic and a safe space for children to come to you to talk to you, because that's even whether it's people or children, if they don't have a safe space, they're not going to talk.
Gotcha. That's all we needed to know. Thank you, Janae.
You're
Queen,
welcome.
may I say something too? Because I
Yep.
see some points that was made, and I agree too
Mary
about
Faith, you're up next.
yeah, potentially about the financial aspect. It could be financial. If the mother had married into with this man and gained some level of financial support that her and her daughter may not have had before, then I can understand saying, oh well, I don't want to be the demise of that. And so when we go back to that aspect of, oh, a father figure being a provider, although he might not have went to the soccer games and stuff, if
Mhm.
that's the thoughts or the mindset that they have, it adds to that dynamic of why she potentially wouldn't want to tell the mom.
Okay, say that last part again. Let me hear you. Say it
Okay,
slow, and
I'm
then I
sorry.
want Jimmy Coy to come and speak to that, and then we're gonna go to Mary Faith. Say that last part, Fruit Gummy.
I said that if the stepfather gave some level of financial support that they had not had before, then to me that could speak to the mindset of the mother and the daughter when it comes to that father piece, where
Okay.
people are saying, well, she was already too old to have a father figure. If father figure for them refers to the financial providing, then I understand why she potentially wouldn't want to tell her mom and upset that.
Coy, you wanna speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that part too. I mean, for me, it's the sense of, like I said, it's just a title for me, because at 20 years old, I don't need a stepfather. I'm an adult at this point. I've pretty much been raised. Now I'm just going through life, gaining experience and figuring out who I am as a young woman. But what I do know about young women is they like to play I don't want to say call them a victim, but I like to play as if they don't know what's happening. I can see the dynamic where, like, oh, you know that this man is kind of interested in you, but he hasn't crossed the line to where, like, he's touching on you and things of that nature. So do I think that she was shocked by the photos? Yes, I think she was shocked by the photos. In my opinion only, is because that something can get out as far as the relationship they have to be seen as more, as opposed to there not being anything there, then to you just doing a little bit of flirting and flirtatiousness and making comments back to each other, that back and forth to each other, that may be like inappropriate. And I do think money is a very important aspect. Young girls like money. Young women like money. We all need money. We don't want nobody broke. And if she ain't got to work and lay on her back or toot her ass in the air to get it, and this man gonna give it to her, yeah, I definitely can see that.
Whoo! Damn, this topic has been so hot, y'all. Let me tell you something. We couldn't even get to the rest of it today. Let's pause for a second. Coco Lee says it's wrong, period. Would you want your brother-in-law to have naked pictures of your daughter, his niece? So certainly not a father figure, even if she's grown. Absolutely correct. I think we all agree across the board the man is a fucking pervert. Something
Yes,
wrong.
absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely. Facts.
fact. Okay, we all agree on that. Trey, everybody, right? Miss Gwen, Janae, Mary,
Oh,
everybody.
most
Yes,
definitely. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Agree.
most
Okay.
definitely, yes.
Queen, may I
So,
say something really quickly?
yep. Hold on and give me 1 second. So we have that
Yes, ma'am.
aspect. We have that aspect, right? That's what John is saying. He said, "Oh my God, this is so deep. There's so many layers to this." He said, "Let's focus on the man." The thing is, the man has the naked pictures of you as his stepdaughter in his phone. Now he said, "I don't want to tell you what to do." But what he was trying to lean in heavily is you need to bring your mama into this conversation. And this is where it gets to the point of accountability. And we shift out of grooming. And ladies, we start looking at you as a mama. Okay, we can talk about the grooming later. But have I not taught you the difference as your mother between right and wrong? That I don't
Queen, can
give
I say
a damn.
something?
Hold on, let me finish. That I don't give a damn who it is. You come to me. And if your daughter or your son cannot come to you, parents, you have to go back and say, I may have missed a step. Now, who is this trying to get in?
Mary
Go ahead,
Faith.
Mary. Go
Hey,
ahead,
Queen
Mary.
Sheba. I was just listening and stuff. Honestly, he violated. Point blank, period. He's a stepfather. He probably was with her since she was a teenager. God knows how long he's been taking pictures of her. You see what I'm saying? She don't know. She see him as a father figure. Let's just say in our 20s and stuff, you got a stepdad. You're gonna see him as a father figure. You're with my mom. You love me. You love. You're supposed to protect me. There's no way I should go through your phone and find naked pictures of me. Basically, you could be sending them pictures out to who knows what, God knows what, doing God knows what. And then he tells her, okay, you're going to have to bring your mother in on this. How do you explain to your mother, I just went through my dad's phone, found pictures of myself in his phone? Do you think the mother's going to, that's what the issue come in with the mother and the child. Because the child could tell the mother, hey, this person is
Hey,
violating
Mary.
me or whatever.
Hold on,
And then the
Mary.
mother would still take the
Mary.
man's side.
Wait, Mary. Back up.
Okay.
We want to hear you. You make a good point. Start back where you said at the point. Now you saying bring the mama in, and for the 30-year-old woman.
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead, and then pause because I want to massage this. This is good. Go ahead.
So now you got to think about the daughter's position. She's like 20, almost 30 or whatever. How do you explain to your mother, hey, Mom, I found.
She's 30.
Okay, so she's 30. Mom, I found naked pictures of me and his phone, but I didn't give them to him. And she could tell her the truth, but nowadays mothers don't believe what their daughters tell them. They start to assume maybe you sent them pictures. Maybe you was trying to get him. So now that become conflict between a mother and a daughter.
Okay, let's pause there. Do you have a daughter?
No, I do not. I have nieces. I had a miscarriage, but I do have nieces.
Okay.
And if my nieces was going through this situation, I would sit and try to figure out and understand her point of view and my sister's point of view.
Okay,
just to come to a conclusion of the answer. In the end, it's still the man the problem.
Yeah, he's the problem.
Exactly.
But we can't fix it if the daughter is hiding the problem.
But why is she hiding it? Is she's trying to is she trying to keep that bond with her mother, or does she feel ashamed that she found the information?
If my stepdaddy, and I'm 30 whatever years old, has naked pictures of me in his phone and he's sleeping with my mama, I'ma help him hide it?
No,
the whole family
I'm
gonna know.
telling my mama what it
My
is.
whole family
We
gonna
can
know.
deal with that later on. But hey, Ma, he got to go. Who knows how long he had these pictures? He could have been taking them when I was a teenager. That's a pedophile.
It don't matter. You
I'm
gonna
just
leave your
saying.
mama out to dry?
I'm sorry.
You gonna leave your mama out with that pervert? Who
Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. She's gonna know immediately. I'm not gonna hide nothing from my mother because at the end of the day, my mother is my protector. Whether he come into the picture or not, my mother is still my protector.
Okay,
so she's gonna have to know everything that I know.
Okay, so watch this. So let's clarify. Thank you, Gently Coy. He didn't take the pictures. He took her face from pictures that he had extracted from her Facebook, and then he took her face and
So
then
he have a fetish for the daughter, basically.
Yes, a big fetish. Hold
That's-
on.
So he's one of those predators that seeks out women with children so he could get with the child.
Correct.
Not
He's
the
using
child.
the mother so he could get to the child, and now that she's a 30, he's trying to make a move.
Because child is very vague. When we say child, we talking about a little one. He has it sounds like he has a particular taste for women with girls that are between ages 18 and up.
Adult children.
Or he just liked the young girl, and he
just like the girls in the age
swindled
of
the
20.
mama. He just swindled
Young
the mama
adult
to
children.
get close to the girl.
Yeah.
I you good. I'm gonna play like I want you, but I'm really here for that one.
He really wants the daughter, but he's playing the mom, basically.
And I'm gonna take her
He
to
waited
dinner.
till she got of age, so he wouldn't be a pedophile. She's technically legal, so he's basically playing a fence. If the mom do leave, I can go after the daughter.
The whole time, pretty much.
She is not technically, you guys. She is legal. Like, let's be honest. She is legal.
She is legal. No, I'm saying
She's
when he
legal.
met her, when he met the mama, it was 10 plus years. So at the most, she was what, 16 or 17?
No. You taking it too far back.
20.
No,
She was
10
20. 10 years.
She
Yeah.
said 10 plus years. So I'm not giving it 20 years, but I'm not saying it's not
12 when she say plus.
Yeah.
Maybe
Right.
11. Maybe
So 18.
11. Go ahead. So he has a taste for a younger version of you as a woman, but he don't like kids. So I don't want to call him a pedophile. He likes younger women.
Exactly. That's how I look at it. I want to call him a pedophile. But
Not a
also, Queen, for
pedophile.
me, for me, honestly, she's not disgusted enough for me. This is why I'm taken back. For you to find those photos of yourself, and if you was like, if this is really truly a father and daughter relationship, and that's the way she viewed it and the way she's seen it, I'm telling everybody. I'm putting it in the family group chat. I'm calling my mom. I'm letting my mama know. Absolutely not. This is disgusting. But for me, she's not disgusted enough for me, meaning that she's not willing to tell. And the fact that she has to go back and forth with this tug of war between morally and right and wrong. Should I do it or should I not do it? I don't know what to do it. Girl, absolutely not. This is why I think it's suspicious to me from her end. I'm not saying he's not disgusting. I'm not saying he's a groomer. He just reminds me of an old man that like young women, and this is what they do.
And this is why I say it's all about the bag. Because there's not too many other situations or experiences that I can really just fathom or think that would keep her from telling her mom, other than she's either scared or she's either sad that her mom is clearly in her 50s or 60s, and she may not be able to get another man. But that's just, I don't think that's the point. I think the issue is that they are comfortable living a certain lifestyle that this man has given them.
Yep.
And she does not want to tear that up for her nor her mother.
Okay, let me say this real quick.
And it really made sense. I just want to say that last part when he was on the video that you played, when she said, when she was more concerned about her relationship with him being broken.
Exactly.
That's the issue. She didn't say nothing about her mom.
So
she
is
said,
she secretly
I'm still
attracted to her
scared
mother's
about my
husband?
relationship with him being over with. So to me, it's like, it's not the relationship with him. Hell, it's the relationship with his checkbook.
Listen, I'm coming back in with my blow. I disagree. And I know, Queen, you probably like, I'm sick of her.
No, we've
But
been
no,
arguing. Look, all of us been arguing for over 2 hours. You're doing good. Go ahead.
I just want to, and I'll make this one of my final points. I hear everything that y'all are saying, but I want to add a different dynamic, and I put it in the comments. This young woman also said she didn't grow up with her biological father. And for those of y'all that have not grown up with your father, I think you can agree it has a profound effect. And for some, and for others, it can have an even deeper effect. And if this woman is claiming that he came in and fulfilled a role that she always wanted, that can make you more susceptible to, hey, this I feel like this might be inappropriate, but I don't know. I've never experienced having a father. So that's not to say I'm excusing anything, but
Correct.
I'm also trying to put on the table the other side of the mindset, that it might not just all be the money, which I do agree, like from the mother's perspective, okay, he might be financially supporting the mother, but I also want to put that aspect out there as well.
Great point. Let me get in. I
Thank
gotta
you.
get in.
I like that.
You said the fact
Go
that she
ahead.
didn't have
I
a
was gonna say
father.
something, but I'll wait for you.
Can everybody mute up for me for just a second? You said the fact that she didn't have a father may have created a profound effect on her life. I agree, but it's not debilitating, nor should it be debilitating. If your mother has created a safe haven of love and a healthy atmosphere, and nor does having a father become equivalent to being disabled between making a choice between right and wrong, right? See, having a mother or father or lack thereof, is it hurtful? Does it leave a void? But not to the point where we don't know right or wrong. And we got to be careful of the language that we use as women, which is why they don't want to pay us equally and fairly, because they feel like we come in not up to par and we're not equal when it comes to reasonability, rationality, and intellect. Yes, we have the same deficits, we have the same gaps as men, but we are perfectly capable of making informed decisions when it comes to our well-being, knowing when we're in danger and knowing when something is right or wrong. Okay, there's a lot of people, kids, women, and men that have been groomed that have also said, I don't give a damn, I'm still telling. How do we explain that phenomenon? So then we have to begin to say, how do you have two prototypes that come from the same environment, whether it's a man or a woman, right? Lack thereof, whether it relates to childhood trauma, absentee father, absentee mother, drug, crackhead, whatever. How do you get this one that'll say, I don't give a damn what I didn't have? I know you having a picture of me in your phone is wrong. And one thing I'm not going to do is cover you. I'm going to tell my mother, because my mother is sleeping with you. And I can only assume that based on how you took the time to craft a photo of me, you extracted my photo of not just me, but my best friend from Facebook, and then you downloaded a software to see me naked or pretend to see me naked. You don't want my mother. What is it that you're really after? It ain't no, listen, I'm telling y'all, mama had her before he came in the picture. So if we're going to say, who did the grooming really come from? How did the mom set up the situation that her 20-something-year-old girl, because he came when she was 20-something. Mom, where did you go wrong? And I'm not, this is a real, like, this is fair, right? Mom, where did you go wrong that a man can come into your daughter's life at 21, 22, and at 30, she can see something that's clearly wrong, and she's not going to come to you. She's going to tell him, erase it and let's pretend. I get the aspect of, you know what? She she don't want to hurt her mama. I'ma hurt my mama. Get out that bed with that fucking pervert.
Period.
A pervert. I'm not gonna let my mama go down like
That
that.
part.
I'm telling my mama.
I'm telling. No doubt.
That's why they say it's money. That's why.
And I'm telling my brothers too, because I got 7 of them. Yep.
I'm not saying I'm right, but at some point, when you gonna help the mama? That's it. Don't help me, help the bear.
Exactly. Don't leave her delusional.
Joy says, somebody get mama on the line. We over here on her head. Listen, you can't leave your mama out to dry like that. That's why people in the chat, something must be up between her and the mama. What you think, Miss Gwen? And H, you up next?
Sorry, can you all hear me okay? Hello?
You kind of sound a little bit far away.
Is that any better?
What y'all think? Is it good audio?
I can hear her.
I can hear
Oh,
you.
yeah, I can hear
Okay,
Miss
go ahead.
Gwen.
Okay, well, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Queen, I can answer your question. Why is the relationship like that between her and her daughter? Read between the lines. In my humble opinion, that daughter told her mum, and her mum ignored her. Listen to what the daughter said. Oh, well, we can't take away the positive impact that he's had on us. Those words came out of her mother's mouth. I can't prove it. You know, some people say read between the lines. Some people say pick sense out of nonsense. And my spirit and listening to what that girl said, he told her mum, because the words that came out of her mouth were a defense. And that's the end of what I've got to say.
Okay. Thank you, H. It's so many good, excellent points. And y'all, this, you know why I stayed on this topic instead of moving on? Because this happens in real time, whether you know it or not. If not your family, somebody else's family. And guess what? Somebody don't know because somebody don't know and somebody don't feel comfortable telling. Let me go to Miss Gwen. Okay. Let's wrap up with final thoughts. Miss Gwen, your audios. Look, y'all, this is a tough topic. Man, it's like that's what the guy was saying, right? He was saying, listen, it's so many layers to this. But the first layer is for you to recognize that this is wrong, for you to recognize there's no excuse for him having naked photos of you in his phone. And he said, I don't want to tell you what to do, but he strongly leaned along the lines of, listen, you better start teaching your kids to tell you, because if that man chooses to unalive her, you'll never know what happened. You'll never know about the photos. You got to tell your kids, I don't care. You better tell me, because at least somebody else knows what's going on. Like, if you don't know the desire and true desire of people's hearts, their true intentions. And if we say, oh, it's okay, my daughter, it's okay for your kids to take up for you, but you want them to bring it to you just in case shit hits the fan. So you can get in there and God forbid, if something happens, you can outline to authorities, this is what my daughter brought to me. This is what my son brought to me. This is when she discovered it, because too many times we just don't have the answers if bad stuff happens. And with that being said, let me go to Janae. What are your final thoughts, Janae?
I agree with you, Queen. I feel like we need to start having more conversations with our kids and giving them a safe space to feel like it's okay to tell. It's okay to, whether they're grown, whether they're children, whether they're adolescents or teenagers, we need to give them the safe space to where if something is wrong, tell me. It's my job to protect you. It's my job to love and guide you. Don't be afraid to you know, tell me what's happening in your life. I would love to hear what's going on with you, whether it's good or bad. You know, so again, it goes back to healthy communication and safe communication.
I
Because
agree.
let's just be honest, back in the day, a lot of this stuff was going on, and people would tell their parents, and then their parents would put a man or a woman above their child and then send their child out of the house to go live with somebody else because what that person was doing was more important than the child's safety. We need to stop it. Period. I said
And
what the hell I said.
excellent point. And I just want to keep reiterating. We're talking about a 30-year-old grown ass woman. So imagine if it's just crazy to me. Number two, Aunt Natty says, why didn't the mother go with him to the airport? First of all, we may not even know that the mother know the daughter's coming into town because at 30, I don't think she's living with her mama. You know, for all we know, she has her own Ponderosa. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know the full dynamics of the relationship, which is why people were saying something seems off about this call. We're not victim shaming, but girl, how come your mama's not in the car? How come he stopped with you to eat that late at night as if y'all are on a date? And if your mama did know, mama expect him to pick you up and bring you home. So obviously you're not coming home because mama will be calling and say, where y'all at? You didn't why you don't need to be taking my daughter to eat this late at night. Let me go to Janae. Final thoughts.
Oh, you want me to go again, Queen?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, no, you can drop
But
down, Janae. So after y'all get final thoughts, go ahead and drop down so I don't call on you twice. We're wrapping up.
okay, just to
Okay.
piggyback off of what you just said really quickly, you do have a point, and I feel like honestly, with the password being her birthday and him putting the pictures on there, I really feel like that was a setup.
Oh, I'm gonna come back to that. Okay, somebody stay up here. Okay, drop down, Janae. But listen, thank you, Janae. At whoever goes last, ask me to speak on the picture, if you can remember. Let me go to Miss Paula.
My final thought was because I was going to touch on that one thing. As far as her being so concerned about the state of their relationship, makes me more so think that she was more so pissed off that the best friend was in the picture as well. But my final thought is be more observant. Parents, you know what I mean? Be more observant and watch for nonverbal clues. That's it.
Oh, excellent advice. Thank you so much, Paula. Thank you. Let me go to Miss Gwen. Miss Gwen, is your mic on? Miss Gwen may have left and don't realize that she's not. I'm gonna kick her out the live. Miss Gwen, we can't hear you, but I think you left. Anyway, let me let Aunt Natty get in here real quick. Aunt Natty, welcome.
Good afternoon, Queen and Palace. Ooh, first of all, I want to know more about the relationship with the mother and the daughter. I know from a friend, and as of recently, a lot of times when those daughters go to those mothers about those stepdaddies, they blame the daughter. And the daughter may be concerned about her relationship with her mother. I know for a fact the lady put her daughter out because she said she was lying, that she was trying to come on to the husband. And that man was literally graping that. She was like 17, 18, but her mental capacity was like 12. He was graping her. And when she got up the nerve to tell her mother put her out in the street with nowhere to go. So all mothers don't believe their daughters. We want to believe they will, but they
Mm.
don't. So I need to know more about that relationship between them. By her not ever having a daddy in her life, regardless of how old she was when he came in, she was still yearning a daddy-daughter relationship. And lines were blurred. First of all, if I can't get in my husband's phone, then nobody else should be able to. And if I find out
Hello.
his passcode is one of my children's, whether it's a son or a daughter, you gonna explain to me why before my child ever find out. The mother seems like that she would do whatever to keep a man. When she told him, I'm not gonna tell mama. Something in that meant to me when she said that said, I really can't tell mama. Because mama ain't gonna believe me no way. He was wrong on all accords. And when she said it changed her outlook on him,
Mm-hmm.
She was really looking up. Now, granted, she shouldn't have went through his phone, but let me tell you something. If I thought if I had a stepdaddy and he was getting texts like that, I'm nosy anyway. But I'm like, who text? If that ain't mama, who first that would be my. If that ain't mama, who is that? Because I'm looking out for mama. But why didn't mama get up and go to the airport with him?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know that mama knew that daughter was coming into town. Because listen, let me just put it out here. Don't nobody answer this. You the mama. Let's just say you knew your husband was picking up your daughter. For whatever reason, delayed flight. He finna go get her. Now you see why people say, nah, I don't want nobody with me. I don't give a damn. My daughter is 30, 40. I'm finna get my sleepy head butt up with you and go with you. Cause you just never be too sure if it's, you know what I mean? So now, like this kind of stuff coming out. So let's just say it's the mom. You knew your daughter was flying in. Give mama the benefit of the doubt. The flight was delayed, whatever. Your daughter lands after 1 a.m. Your husband say, don't worry about it, baby. Good husband. You stay in the bed. I'll go get her. He goes to get her. They supposed to come back. At what point do mama start blowing up the phone? At 2. The flight landed after 1. They finna go
1:30.
eat. Hold on. And then you finna go eat? At what point does mama's instincts say, hey, where y'all at? Y'all good? Did she make it?
Mama don't care. She's having her beauty sleep.
I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out where was mama, even if she didn't know that your husband leaving the house at 1 a.m. and you don't got no question.
And then didn't come right back home.
My
Ventured off.
my idea is mama don't care. I'm like Trey, long as them dollars coming in, and I guarantee you, mama done noticed him looking at that daughter some kind of way and done turned a blind eye to it.
Leela said, if I can't trust my husband with my daughter, then I will no longer be married to him. It's not about if you can trust him. You don't know until you know. She didn't know until she know. The daughter didn't even know he had naked pictures of her. You see what I'm saying? But the point is, when you find out, what do you do with it? And that's my problem with the daughter. Now you know. You need to loop the family in. Why are you helping this guy who's not a part of our family deceive me as your mother from protecting you? I
But
wouldn't be mad at my daughter, but I would. The point is, you are special. No man gets to have point. Like, where the fuck did I go wrong as a mom that you don't see that this is urgent and you feel the need to protect him because he came in and gave us a little bit of money? Miss Gwen, what are your final thoughts?
The mama could be sick. He could have put something in her drink to make her go to sleep, whatever. I'm going to say this. I know from experience of somebody that's very close to me chose her rapist husband over her sister. She desperately needed her father in her life and still craves it. And she's in her 60s. So let's go with that. Age ain't got nothing to do with a mature or immature mind. I said what I said.
Okay. Pause, Miss Gwendolyn, because I got 2 Gwendolyn. So you have 2 accounts up here?
I might, because I tried to get in one.
Okay, let me
Uh,
drop this one in. Yeah. Is there another Gwendolyn here? If so, come off mute. Yeah, that might be yours. Let me kick it out the studio. Now, here's the thing. We can say that. We keep focusing on the girl and we keep focusing on the stepdaddy. But as a mother, do y'all not sit back and say, wait a minute. Obviously, I missed something if my daughter don't feel comfortable telling me and she chooses to protect a predator. That ain't got nothing to do with grooming. That's called home training.
But for all we know, the mother still doesn't know anything.
That's what I'm saying. Because the daughter says she's not going to tell. She says she confronted him and she tell him, erase it. We'll pretend it never happened.
Right.
And
But
I
what
Yeah.
want
But
to
does
say,
that mean she's protecting him, or does that
yes,
mean she's protecting the mother? Because
she's
sometimes
protecting.
I'm going to play the devil's advocate, okay?
How
Some
can you protect your mother by letting her sleep with a predator?
maybe
Okay,
she thinks
but
she's
that's the thing,
protecting
Queen.
herself.
I'm sorry, but when she said she made no mention of her mother other than that one quick statement that she didn't want to tell her.
Maybe
She
she's
also
with.
stated that the last thing that she said before the video call was, I am afraid to break my relationship with him. She don't care about her mom.
But
It's
then to
something
me,
going
Exactly,
on
Trey.
with
That's what I'm
her and the
trying to
daddy.
say.
I don't believe that she is attracted to him or any of that. I don't believe anything is sexual is going on between them currently or whenever that story broke out. I honestly feel like it's another factor and it has to do with money. But
but I
go ahead,
also
Law.
want
I,
to
Sorry,
pre.
Law.
I
can
want to
I
pre.
just say, can
Oh,
I
go ahead.
finish, Fruit Gummy? Let me just finish. I'm
Sure, Queen.
saying, the mother to me is the problem. I'm with Queen Sheba on that. But I also think she's protecting the mother and this relationship because she knows how much it means to her. And she, the daughter, doesn't want to be the cause of the breakup. But also, a part of me, I don't know why, but a part of me feels like the mother may have known, maybe had some inkling. That's why she allowed him to leave the house at 1 a.m., go collect her daughter, go back to her beauty sleep, and not question why they've been gone longer than an hour.
That's
That
crazy.
is questionable.
Yep. And
Point
I
blank, period.
And I agree with you, Lala, and I even agree with you, Queen. I still believe that from his perspective, there's some grooming, but I think ultimately it goes back to that mother because what has the mother showed or taught her daughter to where she feels like, again, I can't come to you as my mama, or that I feel so closely bonded to this person who is coming to my life for less than about a decade, that although I know something is off here, I still don't want to break that bond or that connection. So I agree with you, Queen, that there's something off with that mama dynamic. And we not gonna act like there is not mothers out here that will completely turn their children's life upside down just so that they can have a man so that either they don't have to sleep alone at night or so that they can have some money in their bank account.
I
I agree with
agree.
you. Can I say something really
I
Sure,
agree,
quickly?
sure.
Fruit Gummy.
If we can
And
just
Henley Trey, you're
acknowledge
up
that
next. Go
if we
ahead,
can just
Trey.
acknowledge really quickly that we don't really know the dynamic of the daughter and the mother, especially before the stepdad came in, because he didn't come in until she was 20. So at that point, the daughter may have seen 15, 20 years worth of her mother dating. So it may be those dating patterns that she's seeing, and that's why she's like, "Well, I don't want to say nothing to my mama, cause she go crazy or such and such and so and so." So I was just agreeing with y'all.
Queen, can I say something right quick?
Yep. And Corey, you're up next. Go ahead on
I
Natty.
got the feeling that maybe not nothing this drastic. I have when she said, I don't want to tell my mama. I got the feeling she has went to her mother with something and her mother did not believe her. And she feel like she's not gonna believe me anyway. So why go?
Okay, let me ask y'all something. Cause y'all finna quit playing with me. And I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Okay, listen. Listen, I love it. Listen, how many of you, when you were in your 20s, middle 20s, late 20s, early 30s, you knew you was popping? You know when somebody like you, even when
Period.
it's inappropriate. Am I right?
Period.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Period. Quit. Let's stop act. See, it's one. It behooves me that women ask for equality in all areas until we get to certain topics, and then we play like we deaf, dumb, and mute, and we don't know anything.
Queen, can I say something right quick? That's what I'm
Sure.
talking about. Remember, she said she had felt something was
Yes.
inappropriate or something before.
Yes.
I think she went to her mother and told her, I'm getting these vibes from daddy. And mama say, girl, that's your daddy. Get out of here. Mama say, you better stop flirting with him or something. I believe she has went to her mother and her mother did not believe her. That was exactly what I was talking about.
This is deep because my thing is we talking about a 30-something-year-old, y'all. We talking about a girl. We ain't talking grooming. She charging him up about who texting him late at night. So use that same energy to loop mama in the conversation about the bullshit. You get what I'm
But if
saying?
you done told mama about how you felt before and mama didn't believe you, you gonna say she ain't gonna believe me
So,
now? She
okay,
gonna
but
be
I'm not gonna
listening.
go to breakfast with him neither.
No. But if he driving, it's more, it's some holes in here I need filled. But I just something in me convicts me that she has told her mother when she got those feelings about him before, and her mother did not believe her, told her she didn't believe her, or turn a blind eye.
I'ma ride with you, even if she told mama didn't believe her, and I got this creep picking me up. Damn, mama, you know I already told you, and you stayed your butt at home. Okay, whatever. We still got Uber. I still have a voice as a woman. Oh, Mr. Robert coming to pick me up. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm gonna take Uber. Oh, Mr. Robert say, do I want to go eat at 1 a.m.? No, I'm not hungry. Oh, I'm real sleepy. Y'all, like women have brains too now.
Yeah.
But see,
But is it
y'all,
is it
but
okay
see,
for us to give them the agency or the grace to maybe acknowledge that they may have had that close kind of relationship? Because I've seen that close kind of relationship with father and daughter, where a daughter was like, "Okay, well, yeah, I'll take this. Let me look at your phone," and the dad doesn't care. At the same time, I can say that these are grown people, yes. And I understand that she has enough agency to know if something is wrong, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I can see it both ways. I don't think y'all are victim blaming or shaming,
Yeah.
but I definitely think that we may be going a little too deep into certain areas,
Okay.
especially with this particular situation. I do honestly feel like she was shocked when she saw that picture, but I also believe that their relationship was built off of money.
Now my question is, why should don't nobody answer this? I'm gonna put it out there, and then I'm gonna drop the mic, and I'm gonna go to gently coy. Was she shocked because she saw that he kept collateral, or was she shocked because he did something bad? Pause. What you talking about, Queen Sheba? This story has holes in it. There's a lot of unanswered questions. I'm not blaming her. Just the charging him up, getting very upset because somebody's texting him late at night. He told her who he was. He wasn't lying. She still snatched the phone. The password is her birthday. Why are we going to dinner late at night after 1 a.m., damn near 2 something in the morning, as if we just left a date and I'm your wife and I'm hungry? I can eat at home. I'm just saying, right? What normal people do. You cannot tell me your brows didn't raise when you were listening to this, and somewhere you convince yourself, well, don't be too judgy, right? The same thing I did. And as the story goes on and on and on and on and on, I'm like, wait a minute. Ooh, this is deep. There's some pieces missing. And then you don't want to tell mama? Nah, it's too many question marks. We know what he did. And I'm not saying that you're not a victim, but it's too many question marks. You've had too many exits, too many ways out, too many ways. Get out of jail free. Come this way. Come this way. Follow me. And you still didn't take the out. Number one. Now, somebody put something in the chat. Maybe they did sleep together. Let's just say maybe they kissed. I don't know. I'm not saying they did, but let's just play devil's advocate and say this grown ass woman, because it happens. Let's not act like it don't. In some mama daughter relationships, especially when we dealing with different folks and money, let's just say it was something. The shock of the photo, is it because she never slept with him, or is it because she slept with him and didn't realize he would keep a photo? Gently coy.
I think it's exactly what you said, Queen. That's why I said earlier. I think it was already just like the vibe was there, the energy is there towards each other. I think it was just the photo is collateral damage. Also, it what do you call it? Implicates her into doing something more than just having this is my stepdad. I'm just trying to be cool, and he's there to fill in that role. So I definitely do agree with that. I'm not taking the blame off of him. Overall, he's a creep. Like throw him in jail. Like overall, he's a creep. She was of age, but what I am very tired of women playing the victim. I used to really be on the mindset of women and this, but as I'm getting older and I'm watching women's behavior out here, women do like to play the victim a lot. They like to act like they're not out here doing things, and y'all try to like to act like these young girls and these young women are they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know the mistakes that they're making. They like to get out here and play with these grown adult men. We keep seeing it over and over. They acting like, oh, the older women are jealous of them and everything. And we know a little bit more because of experience. So for me, I think she's trying to clean it up. Because if there's pictures and there's evidence out there, it can get out. And if it gets out, she's going to have to explain herself. Because like you said, Queen, there's too many things that's happening to where she could have avoided, oh, I'm coming in late at night. No, Pick another day to pick a plane to come in on. Why you didn't come in during a day? There's Ubers, there's other friends. Why do you even know you're coming into town? Just show up at your mother's home. Like I just don't understand. Why are you constantly involving yourself around this man? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah.
Thank you, Jen Lee Court. They saying how old is the stepdaughter? For those of you that just came in, the stepdaughter is 30 years old. He has not been in her life from since she was a young girl. He came into her life. We're gonna give him at most since she was 19, 20. Okay, he has money. He changed her and her mother's life with money. That's it. Because that's what she talked about. The kindness of his money, how he changed their lifestyle. She found naked photos at age 30 of her in his phone that he generated. He took her face and it looks like it was generated with AI, and not just her, but her homegirl, her best friend. Everybody, listen, let me tell you something. La. Everybody keeps everybody keeps saying
I
she
knew
oh,
it.
la,
I
oh, no.
knew. I
There
knew
she
you were
go.
gonna say my name.
Yes, I was waiting. So everybody keeps saying she protecting mama. Don't, baby, don't protect me that hard where you let me lay with a fucking predator. A fucking predator that's been looking at
Exactly.
my don't do that to mama because you're not helping me. You hurting me. I don't want that kind of help. Okay,
Now, Queen
final
Sheba,
thought.
go back, go back. I said, let me play the devil's advocate. Maybe she was protecting the mother, but also it could be that she told her mother and mother don't believe her. I was just playing the devil's advocate. Okay, Queen Sheba, don't come for me.
Unless I send for you.
Yes.
But Queen,
I think she like him. I think she likes them. I think she likes
I
the
do
lifestyle.
too. Yes,
and
I do
I
too.
think she's conflicted. She still want to see him as a daddy. She's never had her dad in her life. And people, some like that other lady said, some people yearn for that their entire life. Maybe she's conflicted. I still believe she done said something to her mama about when she felt it was he did something inappropriate before, and mama didn't believe him. But maybe when she said their relationship, she's conflicted. She still want him to be her daddy, but now she saw this and she don't know how to separate the two. Just because she's 30 in age don't mean she's 30 in mind.
Good point.
Bingo.
All right, Jen Lee Coy, what are your
Bingo.
final thoughts? I know you didn't get to go, and I'm gonna keep coming and doing the round table, y'all.
Okay, my final thoughts basically, this is always so hard for me every single time. But my final thoughts is this, that I just think um I'm gonna say this. As far as she goes, I think we are in situations like this. When I say we, I'm talking about us as women and as a whole and what's going on with men. We need to really start talking to each other. We really need to stop black male worshiping these men or worshiping males, period. We really need to stop centering men because and stop protecting men. This goes on a lot, not just with
Okay.
people, yeah,
Noted.
not just with people, within families, outside of families, in schools, and things of that nature. It's like people are always willing to believe a man's story, even if he did do it for some reason. He's always like vindicated, even when we know there's evidence of him doing it. So I just think as women, we need to just really stop protecting men and literally let them have their day in court, because this is ridiculous. Stop protecting men. I'm with you, Queen Sheba. Don't protect me like that. Whether you be my friends, if you see if y'all catch Mr. Long out here talking on these waves, email me. Okay. Don't let me be out here looking stupid and this man is out here wilding out. Email me. I got an email, jleecoykatie at Gmail. You can email me, So yeah, I agree with you. Don't let me be out here hurting, because I feel like it's gonna hurt her mother in the long run. And I feel like the more you like hold on to something, it just further complicates the issue. I think she likes this man. I think she also likes the money. And again, I don't think this is a stepdaughter and stepfather relationship. I think that's used as an excuse for
Mm-hmm.
her to make her feel better about the situation. Because again, he didn't raise her. He's not guiding her. She was already an adult when he entered into her life. So I'm not looking at it that hard. And then sometimes women can, I don't want to say confuse, but conflate being a father and then also having some type of sexual attraction towards their father. There is a term for that, where there's a sexual attraction towards like fathers and like there's a
It's
term for
called
that. So
it's from Sigmund Freud. I'll have to look
yeah,
it up. Yeah.
but there is a term for it. So like I just feel like that. But no, I don't think do I think that she's a victim? In some sense, I think she was violated by the photo, definitely, because that can happen to anyone, like with the photo. And I do honestly think that she was shocked, but shocked because now there's something more to be implicated about you, and questions can arise about like, why does he have this about you? And yeah, it's just too much for me. So stop protecting these men. If you love the women in your life and love the women around you, always say something, and live with the consequences of your actions. And I
All right.
said what I said, and don't
And
y'all
she
come for
said what
me.
she said. I think I got Miss Gwen already earlier. I gotta blaze through y'all because I gotta go to dinner. Let me go to Trey.
I just want to make sure that everyone knows that money does not buy you morals. It does not cover your integrity or your respect, nor does it really compensate for the love for your children. And just to kind of make sure that you are cognizant and aware of what's going on when you decide to bring in people that are not related to your child into your home, into your space. This story, although it kind of comes off very innocent as far as the daughter is concerned, it also reminds me of a TikTok that just came about. I think it was on like the neighborhood talk. There was this black guy in Georgia who was married, or he was engaged to this woman, and left this woman to continue a relationship with a 17-year-old that he had brought in because she was homeless, and ended up getting her pregnant. And I think that it's stories like that, and it's like another television show about this guy that was married, and they had his little side piece on the side house. They had was sending all his money to her. It's a lot of situations where we may not be projecting, but it brings us to a point to think that there's some type of suspiciousness going on. But this story has a lot of holes in it. So I don't know. I honestly think it's a money situation, and this girl is just too scared to allow her or her mother to go broke again.
Oh, good point. Fruit gummy, you got the floor.
Child, this was a lot. But what I will say is I'm still standing 10 toes down on what I said about the grooming aspect of the stepfather. 20 does not mean you are fully developed and grown enough to understand a lot of things. But I will say here, for this is a message for both the mothers and even the fathers that are in the chat. Definitely talk to your children and create a safe space for them to feel like they can come to you about anything. My mama in the chat, and she'll tell you no matter how crazy it was or how bad I thought it was, that she taught me to come to her. And she didn't just tell me, but she also showed that in her actions, i.e., if I did come to her, she didn't blow a gasket. And I think people underestimate how not only the words can impact a kid, but your actions can impact a kid. And so taking that with you into adulthood, I can understand how even at 30, she still would be conflicted on what should I do if the mother didn't create that space for her. And I said what I said.
Awesome, awesome summary. Let me go to catch up with Lala.
Okay, first of all, Queen, where are we going to eat? Because I ain't got my invite yet.
Oh, we finna go get some oysters. Some
I
oysters.
knew she was going to say oysters.
Yeah.
Okay, I see you, Queen Sheba. All I have to say, this is just for me, this was truly heartbreaking to listen to. I commend her bravery and her strength to call in and tell her story. It's shocking that she's under the circumstances, the guy that she looked up to like a father figure turned out to be a pervert. And I think she was going through all the emotions. And I just think for me, I heard that hurt. I empathized with her and I heard it. And I just think she's just confused and conflicted what to do in terms of, not telling her mom, or part of me does believe she might have told her mom. And the mother's the type of mother that don't care and won't believe her. I don't know. I just have that feeling. But I truly, truly commend her for telling her story. And I just wish she overcomes this and gets the therapy that she needs, because she's 30 years old and looking up to somebody and finding out they had disgusting naked pictures of you, sorry, nude pictures of you and your friend. It's just truly disturbing and heartbreaking for her. And I'm gonna say this, I stand 10 toes down with this. I do not believe she had any type of sexual relationship with that man. I could be wrong, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I'm just going to stand by my last comment.
All right. Listen, I know I let everybody get in, but Aunt Natty and Miss Gwen, I want to give you like 30 seconds if you want to kind of backdoor what you said already. on your last comments. I don't want to leave y'all hanging.
I agree with what Lala said, but I will also say this. If she wanted him, she wouldn't have been on the phone calling. I heard her pain. Everybody keeps overlooking because you didn't hear when he told her to let her tears go through because she was fighting it back. The mama could be sick or the mama don't give a crap. And it may not be money. She may be emotionally attached to him as a father because she's starving for it. I said what I said.
Excellent point. Thank you, Miss Gwen. Natty, you wanna kind of topple off on what you left us with and add just a little bit before we close out?
I agree wholeheartedly with the last caller. I could hear the pain. I heard her say, I don't want to tell my mother. And when she said she didn't want to break that relationship. She is conflicted. She still wants him as a father in her life. Her mother will not believe her. And this girl is hurting. How many people do we know stay in abusive situations, whether it's physical or sexual, and don't tell anybody for years? They have to get to the point. And I can talk to a complete stranger because they don't know me. We have to look at the position, and it goes back. I'm with Fruit Gummy. This goes back to the mother. The minute that man entered that relationship with that mother, boundaries should have been set by the mother, and they weren't. It's evident because he felt confident he could cross them. And I said what I said.
All right. And she said what she said. Y'all, this was a hell of a conversation. And look, it was so good that Kaya the Diva said, man, we only talked about one topic. I know. You know what? I don't try to force. It was just good. It felt great to stay here. So we stayed here. You know what? Porsha's out there tearing up Shamea on social media. She started with the bullshit early this morning. Y'all go catch up on Instagram. Listen, Porsha is throwing haymakers towards Shamea. I knew that wasn't gonna last, but so
I did
yeah.
want to say one thing. Can I just
Sure.
say that I just want to say, Tamar Braxton, please leave Candy Burris alone. Please crawl up out of Candy Burris's coochie. She does not like you. She don't care about you. Just leave her alone and stop brushing it and that forehead hair back like it's baby hair. It
Oh,
does not do anything to detract that you don't have hair, ma'am. Just pull the wig forward and just let it sit correctly. It don't look right.
oh, listen,
And I
I didn't
said
say
what the fuck
that.
I said. I'm sorry.
He said what the hell he said, but yes, listen, we didn't even get to Nene. We got to John. We didn't get to Chris Brown, baby. We was gonna tear everybody up on here. Listen, but that's okay. It was a hell of a conversation. I like staying. I don't like forcing the issue. If it's good, we gonna stay there because y'all was bringing it, baby. I'm talking about y'all brought it today, and it was great. I had a great time with y'all today. The audience enjoyed themselves, but everybody's hungry. We're gonna go eat. So sorry, Kia. We gonna come back. I promise you. Kimber came up and spoke her piece. She said, is she overprotective of, okay, I remember Kimber came up. Kim Jones say, why didn't the mom go with him to pick her up? So for those of you that are tuned in now, ladies, jump your ass in that car, get your keys, put on your house shoes, say, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and ride with you. Because right now, it's so much going on in the world. I'm gonna just ride with you just to be safe. It ain't nothing wrong with being safe. You know what I mean? When it
I'm
comes to
back
you
in a
and
little
you.
bit.
Huh?
I'm back in a little bit.
Oh.
Girl, give me.
A natty talking child. Okay, so I put her on mute. So it ain't nothing it is nothing wrong with being safe when it comes to you and yours. You know why you moving that way. You don't owe nobody an explanation. Let's go on. Let me see what else I want to wrap up with. Chanel, very good point. She says, yeah, that just didn't start. He not telling her not telling her mom is sus. Here's the thing. Don't protect me to the point that you let me as your mother get in bed with a predator. It's not that much love. That's toxic. That's not good. I understand, but it ain't nothing that important in my life that will that should override or prioritize me protecting my child, including laying with the man that's fantasizing about mine. Nah. And y'all got to start having talks with your daughters. You tell me. Have talks with your son. I don't give a damn what he say. You tell me. He not that important. Do you understand me? I love him, but he ain't that fucking important when it comes to this house. We won't disrespect him. Y'all should be having that when you thinking about getting married. You should be having those conversations before you let these men meet your kids. Hey, I like somebody. I typically don't let nobody meet y'all. I'm going to let you meet Mr. So-and-so. Here's the thing. He's a nice guy. Mama like him. But I want you to remember, the goal is to be a family. And you know how we operate in this family. Anything that seems off, give them examples, right? You come to me. I don't care how good life is. Life can never be any better than what we have. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Don't. We're not into that suffering thing. And make sure your kids are clear. I'd rather walk away than suffer. I'd rather walk away than continue to lay with a man that fantasizes about you. Y'all, I don't care how much it ain't that much protection in the world. Tell me. I taught you better than that. Let's see. Oh, somebody said, Miss Sugar Sweet said some of this AI is dangerous. It's not AI that's dangerous. It's the people with ill intent that utilize AI to carry out dark motives. Okay. All right. Brent, why is she so comfortable going through his phone? That's another thing. Overstepping of boundaries. You gotta show and model boundaries in your home before men show up, before women show up to be stepmothers and stepfathers, before you start dating. What are the boundaries you set it in your home? That's it. Let's see what else. What else? Did she let her mother know at all? No, she did not. Nope. All right, let me get to my super chats. Thank you, everybody. Real quick, thank you, Aries, one for the 10 piece and a pepper. She says, I appreciate you. I appreciate you to Queen. Welcome back, Tanya Singleton with the 2 piece and a pepper. She says, hey, love. That's crazy. Very crazy. We love you, Tanya. I'm glad to see you today. Calandra Chambers, thank you for the 5 piece. She said, yeah, that relationship dynamic is given weird. It's definitely very interesting and inappropriate. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You need to teach your kids the signs when something is not right. Here are the boundaries. They cannot cross this with you. You cannot cross this with them. As a matter of fact, stop letting your kids snatch your damn phone and going through it. You know what I'm saying? My stepson know not to put my phone up, take my phone and go through it. I don't know. And I don't go through his. How about that? Even if he's a child, I'll make him open it in front of me. But, I don't know. Everybody's house is different, but you have to demonstrate healthy boundaries and what they look like. Yvette Grill, thank you for the 5 piece and the pepper. She says, this is not okay. I am not feeling the whole situation. I agree. Yeah, it's not okay. It's not in any shape, form, or fashion. Betty Williams with a 2 piece and a pepper says, bet the wife don't know his combination. Probably not. See, we know he's a pervert, but we got to teach the daughter the healthy boundaries and say, listen, I don't know, but listen, thank you, everybody. Y'all are saying great panel. Thank you to the panelists. Y'all showed out today, baby. Y'all showed out. Everybody go eat. Thank you, everybody. I love my mods. Thank you, mods, for hanging in there. We went a long time. My apologies. Thank you all for working so hard. Goodbye, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.
Queen, can I ask you a question?
Oh, sure.
Can you bring the other ones up again so we can come on here and discuss them at some point in time?
Oh, the other 3? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yes, we might do it tomorrow I might bring them back tomorrow after lunch.
Okay.
Okay, we might do that tomorrow. Thank you, Miss Gwen. Y'all, we may come back and hit Porsha, Chris Brown, and Nene. All right? All right, I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.